Welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, drone flying, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I am Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm just fine.
Just fine.
Just fine.
All right, I guess it's better than...
Better. I've had more sleep than I did last week.
Oh, that's good.
By double, which isn't really a lot, but it's more. So
0 times 2 is still 0.
So 2 times 2 is 4.
Yes, that's...
My penis is so smooth.
That's the wrong button.
But anyway, we're not alone this week.
We're not.
Yeah, joining
I feel
us.
like somebody's watching us.
I know. From the Escape Pod, our old friend Brady Big Lovin. Brady, welcome.
Hello.
What's
How is
happening?
everyone? I was just chilling in the corner, enjoying, just listening, watching.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
fuck!
my God.
Jesus.
Dave, he's the guy. It's like living with ADHD. It's like
It's the best. It's
the
the best.
embodiment of ADHD is just watching Dave. And right now he's got his lightsaber flamethrower. He showed this off on the show months ago.
And for whatever reason, I have a wild hair up my ass to play with it today.
Yeah. So
As you
Dave's-
should.
I'm just
Why
gonna be
not?
praying that Dave doesn't burn down the studio while he's playing with this. And while he's doing that, Brady, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Master and Apprentice
That's
by
right.
Claudia Gray.
Yes.
Oh shit! I read the wrong book. I read Master
Fucking
and Commander.
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
By
That's the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
with Jack Aubrey, and
Wasn't Russell
Dr.
Crowe in
Morton.
that movie?
he was.
Okay.
Yeah. I enjoy that. I enjoy
I was really thinking of the wrong fucking movie.
that.
I was thinking of Amistad.
I mean, they both had boats, so that's...
Yeah, but they are
No.
completely different
No,
movies.
yeah, that is nope. That's not. No.
But yes, we're talking about the Claudia Gray novel, Master and Apprentice,
Let me go find some chains. Hang on.
that came out back in
Jesus.
2019. Oh, what have we done? This is why we can't have guests on, because
Honestly.
we just go off the rails way too easy.
It's good. It's good.
Especially when it's 2 against 1, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If we had...
You'll get your moment. Just hold on.
All right, fair enough.
We'll give you one.
Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about the novel, but as always, we have tons of business to get to beforehand. So Dave, should we start by talking about Patreon?
You talk about Patreon while I finger RJ.
Okay, well,
Now it's a party.
We'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons. My wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodskeen,
Good skiing.
Don Skolsky, the Orange and Fett Show, Dragon Buddy, Sterling Azier, Helen Martin, Chantal from Pop My Culture, Ivo G, Scott and Kim from Used and Abused, Catherine Rennick, Tina Land, Frederick Martin, Wally Frogmore, Lord Helmet Fire, Carly Vickers, David Schmuck, Frank Kalevich, Nick from Swede Studios, Kristen Roscom, Shotgun Mark, and Brady Big Lovin! Woo! If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/the sidebar cantina. Man, it's the guest. He's got us all messed up. Thank you. Okay, yeah. If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/sidebarcantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You, not you, Brady, but you are the reason why we do this.
Well, it is.
Wait, the
Well, I
fuck,
get it.
it is me. I am a
It is-
supporter. What do you
said his
mean?
name.
Okay,
Jesus,
fine.
man.
You too, Brady.
It is fire.
Thank you.
All right, you got any
I'm
side?
gonna run out of propellant. Like,
I fucking love it. Just keep going.
Yeah, what does that use? Propane?
no.
Good old kerosene.
It uses butane, which is a different form of liquid style flammable.
Okay.
Oh, he's
So-
correct.
So you got sidebar headlines for us?
Yes.
Oh, and Kelly said to refresh your notes again. If you didn't see.
Again? For fuck's sake.
Good Lord.
Can't find good help around here anymore.
Jeez, like, all right. So it refreshed at 17. Computer.
Compute.
Hello, computer.
Hello,
How hard is it to refresh an iPad?
computer. That's a look for Star Wars people. I think that is one of the funniest Star Trek references ever.
Right.
Is this like everyone knows what we're talking about, right? Like Brady,
What?
you know what I'm talking about?
No, I was lost in the computer thing. Where'd we go from there? What happened? I was reading comments.
Computer.
No,
You don't.
no,
like,
I don't. I'm sorry.
Hello,
Remember,
computer.
I'm young. I'm sorry.
So wow,
I'm a
God,
piece
what-
of shit.
It was Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, when they were stuck in modern day
Right.
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Oh, sorry. Look, I really don't give a fuck about Star Trek. I'll be real. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't give a fuck about it, so I don't know all the references. Like, I
That's
never
fair.
went out of my way to watch all the movies.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I don't mind. I watch the movies. I don't like the series. I don't.
Right.
I don't try to watch the series, but I watch the movies because they put a lot of production value into that, and it's some of it's good. But this
My
shit,
folks watched the Next Generation.
So
Yeah, sorry.
so anyway, the joke is right when Scotty. They tell him he's trying to use the computer, and he's talking to the computer. He's like, "Computer, do this," and they're like, "No, you have to use this." So he takes it from him, and then he
talking
talks
into
right
the
into it.
fucking mouse.
Hello,
Computer.
computer.
I'm just actually blown away about your wired mouse there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They're cheap, so when I'm
Yeah.
slamming them around, they
Fair.
I can
Fair.
just get rid of it, and I keep blinding myself with the fucking laser.
I just
Watching
figured
you do that too.
Jesus Christ! These notes are not refreshing. I don't know what's
right.
I don't know what's happening.
All right, well, just read what you got because we gotta keep this moving.
Just a reminder: there will
What was
not
this
be a show next week on
It's a
Monday,
harvest.
April 8th. Do not look at the solar eclipse without proper eyewear or a fucking laser, apparently, or you will burn a hole in your retina.
yes, dude.
You have been warned. This just in. Don't stare at the sun, or you'll hurt your eyes. Don't fucking stare at the sun. Again, like if you're me, who has done it before because he's stupid. Don't do what Dave does. Don't look at the sun. Get the fucking glasses. They're selling them everywhere. You can get them on Amazon right now, and I'm sure you get them in time.
Yeah, we ordered. My wife ordered a bunch of them.
Yeah, we've got like Vickers and I are.
Ooh, did you get it?
I did,
Oh, nice.
but it's like a fuzzy. It's not.
Oh, I thought it was a bug.
Anyway, also a very happy birthday shout out to Josh Anderson, aka Sith Care Bear.
Ooh,
Co-host.
he is a sexy ass motherfucker.
He's the sexy
yeah.
motherfucker.
We met him at
Fuck
the
yeah, dude.
met him at the celebration last
It's a
year.
celebration.
He touched mine and Dragon Buddy's butt at the same time.
Nice.
Ooh, he did.
I've
We have
got
pictures.
photographic. No, I do. Oh,
I
I
know.
fucking dude. Fuck yeah.
Speaking of touching people's butts, sidebar. I've been watching that Nickelodeon, like behind the scenes, that Quiet on Set thing. That shit's
Oh,
fucked
why'd
up.
you open this? Why'd you open this, fucking Jason? I've been on the fucking Puff Daddy one, dude.
Oh, have you?
Oh
Well,
my god, I cannot fucking get into. Oh my god,
So what
could
has
have
he been
ruined my
doing?
fucking high school childhood.
Like, is he sticking
Huh?
his fingers in little boys' butts or what? What's going on?
He's sex trafficking, fucking drugging people and blackmailing them with sex workers. Oh, bro, possibly fucking having people off. There's so much crazy shit connections with. Oh, dude, it's a rabbit hole that is a whole bunch of fun.
Wow.
Perfect.
So, anyway, yeah. So it's a
Yeah, but there's diddling kids involved too, bro. It's bad.
Yep.
Yeah,
And just like your Nickelodeon situation, not
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah.
So what streaming service? Because now you have to have fucking 50 of them.
I think it's on HBO Max or just Max.
For fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to see that because I mean Nickelodeon obviously was
Yeah.
a staple of our childhoods.
Yeah, and it's you kind of see how they fuck those kids up,
Really.
and it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, no wonder Amanda Bynes is fucking batshit crazy now. And
Yeah, she is off the deep end, bro.
What was
Yeah.
that? What was that one broad's name? Christine something. She was one of the main ones from the You Can't Do That on Television.
yeah, I think her name was Christine, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
With the curly hair.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
Right.
about?
I believe you're right.
Is there any any?
I
Oh,
love
there's
that
nothing
show.
about them. No.
No?
This mostly takes place like after the time that we were watching Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay.
With like the iCarly and
So this is
all-
with the cute kids, not the fucking the rough 90s, like
No.
late 80s, early
But
90s
then, hey,
kids that we had.
and then since we're talking about it, fucking Scott Bale's in some shit too.
Well, yeah, he's been in kind of some shit for
Yeah,
years
but now the boy from the fucking show's coming out against him, bro.
Uh-oh.
And Nicole Eggles, whatever the fuck her name is, she's fucking she was at his fucking press conference with him.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, it's a whole bunch of fuckery. It's gross, man. It
Like,
makes
it
me
do- it
filthy. Makes me feel filthy, dude.
It doesn't pay to be fucking a celebrity.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, that's what me and Don were talking
Uh,
about. I said, fuck that. That's why I just want to win the lottery.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, I fucking
Are your
Blind-
eyes hurting
got
from
a
the?
blind spot in my fucking left eye.
Don't stare into lasers either, kids.
Lasers.
The sun or lasers.
So
Agreed, logical Spock. Agreed.
I'm going to finish this read with the birthday shout out to Josh Anderson, aka Sid Care Bear, co-host of Pop My Culture.
Yes.
We love you, bro. That's
Okay.
that's from Kelly.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's it.
I like how Dave had to preface that. That's from Kelly.
Yeah, it's from Kelly.
I don't love you. You're a piece of shit to me.
Yeah.
Kelly does.
Gay. All right, so that's it.
Yeah, Dave, I know this. What? What do I know? What?
All
Oh
the
my god.
stuff.
Look what you've done, Brady. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our weeks now, and we're gonna start with our guest of honor, Brady.
Yes.
What you got to talk about this week? You been up to anything fun?
I'm as people are commenting with the thing about I've been playing hockey, dude. I got into hockey. That's been my big thing. I got on a team. Our first game is like the end of this month. So I've been trying to go out and play hockey when I can. I try to go ice skating with my daughter, who's big into ice figure skating and all that. So when she gets time for open skates, I go out there and skate with her. And that's
So this league that
Yeah.
you're in, is this like an all ages kind of league? Just
it's
like
an over
anybody?
18, but it's specific based on your skill level.
Right. So,
So I play in what they call a never ever league. For
Mhm.
people who've never played, like my team consists of majority of the people that were in that class that I took for 9 weeks.
Okay.
So there's probably 9 of us from that class, and then we have 2 or 3 other people that are beginners just as well, and we put together a team, and we're going to be in a league.
Sweet. So there's no ringers floating in, no.
No, they can pull your they can pull your fucking credentials. Like you have to register. Like look, man, they take this shit seriously. Like I did not know it's serious. It's serious business. Ringers, that shit's unacceptable. You'll get banned, all kinds. It's serious business.
You got to figure it's a safety issue, right? Because
Yeah.
if your skill level is so much better, like if you're skating faster, if you're like hitting people, like because you know you can do this, and other people don't have their balance, don't have that speed, you're gonna hurt somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least if everybody is a little bit off balance or is skating at the same speed, then you're not going to get hurt as badly.
We're all skating with that same level of carefulness. Like we know what we're doing, but we don't know how to do it well at all.
Right.
You know, like it's the majority. I'm probably one of the oldest people on the team. I turned 42 this year, and like the guy who's the team captain, he's 35.
Yeah.
So, but like in the class I took, there was people in their upper 40s and 50s, and there's leagues for 50 and above, 60 and above, especially in the states in which we live in. Like if you went to, I'm sure there's quite a few hockey rinks around you guys that if you went to,
Oh
you
yeah,
could pick it up.
I've got a coworker who's obsessed with hockey. Like his
Right.
kid's in like a million hockey leagues. He's in a hockey league. It's
Well,
Yeah.
see, here's my thing is I played roller. I didn't have the luxury. I grew up in places like Florida and Albuquerque and shit like that. So I didn't have the luxury of that to be a thing. My dad definitely is not. That's not what he's into. But like I'm a product of the Mighty Ducks and shit like that. So I played roller hockey because everybody fucking played roller hockey. Like that's just what you did at my age around that time. So playing hockey now, I don't know no different. I'm not trying to be. It's so much fucking fun because there's no attitude of I'm going to be in the NHL in 4 years or some shit like that. You know, you're like, I'm in my fucking 40s. I'm just going out there having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
So I've been, as a guy who grew up playing team sports and doing that kind of shit, like I wish golf was my thing, but golf's not my thing.
Yeah. No, dude.
I'm, you know,
And fucking when you get going, hockey is fucking. You're gonna get a lot of really good cardio. You're getting a lot of really good exercise playing hockey.
Right. Oh yeah, dude. I used to think those guys were bitches when I watched on TV. I'm like, bro. I was like, I play basketball. I run up and down the whole fucking court all fucking game. Like I barely get subbed. And these guys are out in like a minute. And then you play it and you're like, how much longer? And they're like, you've been out there for 25 seconds. You're like, fuck you, you're lying.
Yeah, dude. Like a shift in hockey is you're getting like an insane amount of cardio, and then like a practice. Fucking forget it. Right?
Oh, dude, I would wear an undershirt. It would be completely drenched wet. My shoulder pads and chest pads soaked. My jersey would be like, I'd have the ring around here. My glove. Oh, dude, I've never sweated so much in my fucking life playing a sport.
Yeah, on ice too. Like you
Right.
think, like,
yeah,
oh,
like
no,
that
you're not
doesn't
gonna
make sense.
No, yeah, dude. And we see you on social media too. You look like you've
Death?
just fucking you look awful. Like after a practice,
But
you're
it's
just
so
like,
much fun.
oh, kill
It's
me.
so much fun, bro. I
believe
can't
it, dude.
explain it. I can't explain it, man. Like I try to convince everybody who's around me, like, you should go play hockey with me. It's so much fun. And they're like, you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we were super lucky. So right down the street from where we're sitting right now is one of the Flyers practice facilities. And the buddy of mine who I used to drive to school, he was a Zamboni driver for the Flyers practice facility. So when they would have their practice, like he'd go out there, he'd clean the ice, and in between that, he'd like run their scoreboard for like scrimmages and shit. So we would be able to go and hang out and fucking watch them practice and shit.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
The thing I remember the most about that, and we used to get to skate there for fucking nothing. Like, so we'd be, and I was a shitty fucking skater. Like, I could rollerblade, but like ice skates seemed to fucking, I was very, very tenuous on fucking ice skates.
It's the ankle thing for me being a basketball player. I had to get over that so bad because I did the rollerblade thing like you, Dave. So I had the ratchet strap on the top.
Yeah,
Everything felt
it's
good.
Like you're wearing a fucking ski boot.
Yeah,
right?
but a hockey skate, a figure skate is not that. It's as tight as you can make it with pulling shoestrings.
Yeah, and I mean, you could tape up, but it's still like you need that flexibility, honestly, if you're doing it right.
Which you do, but I was so tentative being a basketball player, like I'm gonna blow my ankles out
and
immediately.
Plus you're fucking huge, dude.
Yes, that's true too.
Like my thing was on ice skates is, and I was little, right? I was as tall as I am now, but I weighed like fucking 135 pounds. This is before I got in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
I would get going on the skates as fast as I could go to try and like fucking, do that fancy stop thing where you see the fucking ice go like that, right? And I'd fucking miss and eat shit right to the boards. Boom! Fucking go crashing into the boards every time. So I could get going really, really fast. Stopping? Yeah, not so much.
Oh, that's funny you bring that up. That is what we named our team. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Because they didn't teach us how to fucking stop till like the 4th fucking lesson. In between that time, they made us play Sharks and Minnows.
Oh, really?
And if
my
you've
God.
ever played Sharks and Minnows in any other fucking sport, most of the time it's running. And it's like soccer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
literally go from one side to the other side as fast as you fucking can to not get touched and tagged.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how to fucking stop.
Oh,
So it was just whoosh, 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 bang, 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 bang. Everybody's hitting the fucking boards.
that's a good way to break in your pads.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's one thing I learned about myself playing hockey. Put me in those pads, I'm fucking invincible.
There you go.
I'm serious, dude.
Trust your equipment.
I never played organized football wearing a helmet and pads and shit like that. So I can't speak on that, right? But putting that equipment on, I got the full fucking hybrid cage shield. Like I got the whole get up, bro. You can't hurt me. I can't be hurt. Like I feel invincible. I know there's a time that's gonna come and it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker, but until that time, I'm the fucking Incredible Hulk out when I put that shit on.
I'm gonna knock on wood for him so that the next time he
Do
goes
it.
out, he
That's
doesn't
fine.
fucking
I've been
snap
saying it every week since. No, it's fair. It's fair. I
I'm the
deserve it.
Hulk!
I deserve it. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be some like fucking 5'2" chick that weighs like $125, and she's gonna knock me for a fucking loop. That's what's gonna happen.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, so my daughter Kate, she's super into Penn State hockey, right? Because
Yes.
she lives in State College and like it's readily available, right? And it's super popular. Like Big Ten hockey is
Big Ten
really-
hockey's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's huge.
It's a thing. So
It's almost more popular than the fucking Frozen Four and shit like that. When
Yeah,
the Big Ten championship game and shit like that.
yeah, it gets big, and she likes
It's
to sit
huge.
there right on the ice and everything.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Penis
not
so
you.
smooth.
So small.
It's just me.
So small.
But I ran into one of the hockey players. I think I told this story on the show. I ran into one of the Penn State hockey players when I was playing golf down in South Jersey. And like some of these college hockey players, like you're surprised at how little they are.
Really?
Because like I know when I was like hanging out with Jay doing the Flyers stuff, those guys were fucking monsters. Like Eric Lindros, John LeClaire, fucking like those dudes were fucking huge. And then you put them on skates, and you're like, oh my god, like it was a bunch of Brady's
Right.
skating
Yeah.
around, right? And then I look at some of these kids, and it's a lot of these college kids are smaller. I mean, it's D1, they're playing good hockey, but they're
My penis so smooth.
they're smaller. And I was just
Dang.
surprised by that. But you see them on the ice, and they're fucking hitting like they're 6'6".
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're throwing their body around because they know what size they are, and they know how to use their body and get leverage, right? It's like hip tackling, right? This is why you have a hip tackle. So if you're smaller, you know how to tackle somebody. Anyway, I think we belabored that point.
So
Like,
anyway,
probably too long.
anything else, Brady, for your week?
And then I've been playing Call of Duty with Dragon Buddy and Luna Girl a lot. That's been we play Battle Royale, and we don't take it serious. We have a lot of fun. We play GTA and Call of Duty because we'll fucking steal cars and just try to run motherfuckers over and steal their cars when they're trying to load out. Like we're assholes and we know it, and it's so much fun.
It's
It's a good
cool.
fucking time. And we wear
Yeah.
the bunny uniform costumes and shit. So we're like, me and DB are the hip hop bunnies, and we look like Run DMC if they were bunnies. LG's got this little Asian chick with bunny ears, like very cyberpunkish with the mask, and like it's a good fucking time. It's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I talked about it last week. I've been on a break from Call of Duty because the little video game time I have, I've been playing Helldivers.
Yeah.
So Helldivers is fun.
Put a pin in that because we're going to talk about that in just a minute.
All right.
So, all right, moving on to me. First of all, I have an addition to
The sacred Jedi.
Yes, hits the button on the first try.
So I mentioned last week how I was missing a lot of stuff from the Ahsoka line.
Yes.
Last week I brought out Hu Yang. So this week I have one Black Series figure, but I have 2 copies of it because I want to open one and keep one in the box. And it is Marok.
Oh, it's the guy.
Yeah, the guy.
It's the knight.
The nothing guy.
The
Nothing guy.
like Star Wars
He's
for
like
some reason.
He's like the Seinfeld of Sith. Like nobody gave a
Right.
fuck.
Well, they do this all the time. They create these badass looking characters and they don't do shit with them. You know,
Right.
and they make it seem like they're gonna be, you know, this big thing like Phasma or the fucking Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. I stopped collecting the Knights of Ren because they turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I had a couple of Funko Pops as it was going, and then the movie was over, and I'm like, well, I don't want to collect the rest of these. I'll just keep the ones I have. I'm good.
Those fuckers. I have that whole that I can't get rid of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then we get Marok, this sweet looking Inquisitor guy. He has one battle and that's it.
And then it turns to dust.
Yeah. So
Little bitch.
Boom, 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 boom.
At this
Little
point, I
green
think they're
smoke
doing
ass
this.
bitch.
I think they're doing it on purpose just to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at what we can do. And then dead.
I think it's hilarious because like all the speculation on the internet between
dude.
like you said, like it's so funny because everybody drew these massive conclusions and then the people at Star Wars were like, yeah, no, it's just this guy.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's like, oh, it's Ezra. Oh, it's Cal Kestis. You know?
yeah,
like,
and then they're like, no, man, it was Bob in accounting. He just we needed a guy to fill, and we had Bob from accounting.
Oh, what's the guy in the game with Cal Kestis? Oh shit.
the forearm guy?
No, he
Whoa,
was like
Popeye?
No.
The four-armed guy.
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, he was the scout trooper. And it was like Bob from accounting or some shit. It was one of the bosses. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, God damn it. Help.
I can't. I didn't beat the game. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, Dave.
You never got to that guy?
No, I don't. Maybe I did. Dave, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. It was
Is this Survivor or Fallen Order?
a Survivor.
Okay.
And you get to this one boss and he's like a scout trooper and it's like some repair guy. It's like
Is he like a side boss or something?
Was it on the side of a cliff, kind of?
No, it was in one of the
Village kind of
facilities. No, it was in like one of the
then
facilities.
no.
No, you pop in around the corner and it's like Bob the repair guy. Like, God, you defeated Bob the Builder or whatever. It's like, what the fuck was that? Oh,
That's awesome.
Help me, chat, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, he must be like a side boss because I don't remember him in the main game, and I finished the main game.
Yeah, he was not hard. it was a dude, just random guy, and it pops up with the fucking.
No, I do remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're just playing along. You just kill this guy, and all of a sudden it's like, bro, you just beat the boss. Like, what?
Yeah, because you get all the boss fucking Matrix, but it was just a random fucking guy.
That's right. I do remember
And
that.
it said it was like some fucking Rick the door technician. Thank you, Dragon.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
It was Rick
That's
the door
right.
technician, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's
awesome.
dude. I love that game. It's such a good fucking game. I can't, dude. It makes me really excited for fucking next month to like because Kestis, the guy who plays Kestis, is going to be at the Force Awakens thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so the other thing I had, speaking of video games,
yes,
was I am going to be jumping into Helldivers 2 this week.
Really?
Yeah, so I moved. So I have a PS5 that I like I do with a lot of video game stuff, I buy it and then I never use it. So I moved my PS5 into my bedroom where I actually have a good internet connection, and I hooked it up to a TV I have in there. And today I just bought some wireless headphones. So the next step is just buying Helldivers and playing it because I've heard so much good stuff about this game. So I'm finally biting the bullet.
Well, let me know when you're online, and we'll fucking get your get paired up.
Yeah,
We'll get my cousin Rick. Oh, he's probably at Lodge right now, but yeah, we'll fucking go out there and tear some shit up. It's killing bugs, man, and that's the thing. It's like killing bugs. I feel like is better for my soul right now than like eliminating other humans. As much as I want to eliminate humans, I really do. There's a lot of humans that need to be eliminated. However, I'll kill bugs.
Yeah.
So that's better. But fuck the bots. No. They're too fucking hard.
Fair enough. So that's pretty much it. I've been just being a good house husband. Besides that, a lot of cleaning around the house and doing that kind of stuff.
Earning your keep.
That's right.
Very good.
So, what about you?
Oh, so I have a rant.
Dave has a rant?
I have a rant.
I'm fucking stoked. I'm here for this. Live.
Well, it's an Air Force rant, so inappropriate for another Air Force veteran.
Exactly, it's appropriate that I get to be here for this.
Yeah. So today, I've been annoyed about work shit for a while. Jason gets to hear all about it before we start the show.
Yeah, I feel like I'm Dave's pre-show therapist.
Yes. And so, so today, I'm bearing it and just like absorbing, just like, this is dumb. All right, this is another dumb thing. Like, and just like, I'm just struggling to get through today. And then I get a fucking email that we're moving somebody from one training slot to another one, right?
Okay, seems simple enough.
Right. So you would think that at the like headquarters level, since they already have that person, they would just have to go take that name, move it up into that other slot, because they control all that at their level, at the headquarters level, right? Seems easy enough. But no, you can't do that. At our squadron level, we have to make this fucking ridiculous fucking paragraph that says, here's the weapon system, here's the dates, here's the action, whether you're loading or removing somebody. You have to put the name and then the rank separate and then the social security number. And then if you're moving somebody from the slot, so I was removing him from one slot, then I have to take the same fucking information and do it again in the same email and put load. And then I have to send that to the next level above me so that they can send it to some fucking twat waffle in fucking A3T. Like, when they asked me to send this fucking email, I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally, the controller of this fucking information is asking 3 levels down to reformat this information twice in the same fucking email and then filter it back up to them for what? What possible reason? What possible reason could there be to do this?
No idea. I mean, maybe he's using the excuse he needs a paper trail or something. She. Gotcha. She. And I want to go, and I want to go to to Scott Air Force Base and say hello to this person. And I said, I want to stand there and say, walk me through this process and explain to me how it works. Because at my level, everything you're asking me to do is time consuming and seems like it's your fucking job. Because I'm pretty sure that if I give you a name and a fucking social security number, that you can pretty much do every other fucking thing you need to be doing. Like, what I'm sick and tired of is this rhetoric from the United States Air Force and all these fucktard generals up there, and I don't give a shit who's listening,
I'm sick and tired of them talking about how, oh, we need to improve and we need to get better. We need to be, we need to make a better Air Force and we need to be more fucking robust and multi-capable and fucking words and do. And then meanwhile, I'm fucking writing an email that has the same information in it duplicated several times so it can be filtered up through layers. So it's occupying my time, then the next layer's time, so that this fucking twat can what? Have a job?
Apparently.
Like,
Yeah.
this is the shit. This is what has to go. Right? You want to make a better fucking Air Force? You want to make a better government? Get rid of that shit. Get rid of all this extra fucking bullshit. Yeah, and I'm tired. I'm in a process
Air Force and
improvement fucking course.
redundancy.
Yeah,
Air
I'm in
Force
a
and
process
redundancy.
improvement course hosted by the United States Air Force. It's laughable. The shit they're teaching you in a process improvement course, none of it, they don't do any of it.
Really?
Not a single fucking thing. You try to apply one of those process improvement things, one, it'll never go.
Really?
If I try to, I'm applying process improvement to this process that I'm fucking doing that particular day, it stops right there. Like, no, we won't accept this change without this format. Why? Because reasons.
Because that's how we've always done it.
Because fuck you, fuck your fucking process. I want you to explain it to fucking me. I want you to fucking tell me why you wasting my time is appropriate for fucking you. Because you're so fucking busy? Really? Your job title is to take information from us at the squadron and put it into a fucking system. I'm not asking you to fucking problem solve. She's not a problem solver. And oh, by the way, we put all this information on something and then she needs to fucking have it explained to her. Like, bitch, I'm using your fucking format you wanted this format ostensibly to tell you exactly what's going on, and you use that exact format that you want, and somehow you can't decipher it? Can't decipher your own fucking bullshit? Come on. This is the shit that drives me fucking insane. Like, I have a really, really tough time just sitting here as like, oh, I'm just going to sit here as a GS and let the world rotate around me and fucking, oh, whatever. I'm just going to do whatever's here. No, I'm so fucking, like, this shit is just radiating around me. Just like, I want to fucking explode. And it was bottled up today. And then this stupid bullshit with this fucking email. I'm like, I legitimately want to go, okay, I'm going to talk to your boss and have them explain to me what she does.
Right.
Like, tell me what she does. Like, okay, that's her job description? Cool. I'll tell you my job description. And I want you to tell me where in my job description it says I'm supposed to do her fucking job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable, right? You want to improve the fucking Air Force. You want to be better. Like, because right now, we ain't doing shit. I'm here to tell you, folks, all this fucking bullshit, all this fucking rhetoric, it ain't nothing. It's all these fucking changes they want, and they don't have any plan. There's no fucking plan. Because when you look for the fucking, hey, like, oh, you're talking about all these fucking changes. Oh, we're going to change the structure of the Air Force. We're going to have this, we're going to have that. Okay, where's the plan? What's it going to look like for a squadron?
Yeah, they put the cart before the horse quite a bit.
Yeah, but they're up at fucking Congress fucking banging away on this fucking rhetoric like, oh, this is the most important thing we're fucking doing. Meanwhile, we're sitting at the squadron going like, okay, but we're still doing something that your predecessor started. So eventually, I guess that'll come to us and we'll figure it the fuck out. Like, and oh, by the way, you're still receiving airplanes that are fucking broken from a company you should have never done business with in the first place. Like, it's absolutely fucking asinine. The decisions and everything else. And it drives me fucking insane. And I can fucking fix it. I know I can. Like, it's one of those things that's what's infuriating. I know I can fucking fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying I'm like fucking Einstein here, but for fuck's sake, I'm pretty good problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be more efficient and you want to have like effective decision making? I could fix this. I could fix this piece. What's the end state that you want out of this?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there. And I guarantee it'll be more efficient than it is fucking now. But I fucking today, my head I swear to God, my brain stem started to fucking like explode out of my fucking back. It's probably why I feel like somebody's stabbing me.
Oh God, that's great. It's fucking fantastic.
But I mean, honestly, like my last, I'd say 5 or 6 years in the Air Force, it was just, I could see all of this coming, and
it's ridiculous.
It's how I knew my time was coming to an end.
Everyone in leadership positions are only thinking about how can they
climb.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even how can they climb. It's how can they not
look good.
How can they make sure that they're on glide slope, right? How can they make sure that they're actually like going to go the way that they want to go? They don't. Yeah, they know they can be a little bit above, a little bit below, but how do you stay on that right trajectory? Because they know if they go peak too fast, then they're going to be fucked, and they're only going to go so far. So it's like, all right, we can only do this, this, and this. Like, there's some other shit that happened today too. Like, we're like, well, we're making this decision today, like, and it was one of those where like, okay, so we spent the last 6 months doing this, so that at this point you could say, yeah, well, we're kind of like doing it this way. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just like, I'm going to go stare at the sun. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stare at the sun, and then I'm going to have be fucking either disabled from a fucking being mentally retarded, or I'm going to be disabled because I'm blind. Anyway.
Is that it?
That's it for that.
Oh, okay.
So
fuck the government, man.
It's the fucking. I'm sure all the branches are like that, but the Air Force right now is just it's ridiculous. It really is.
Oh, I believe it.
Anyway, just flush that away. Just like we'll just move aside from that. Just like the giant fucking diarrhea-filled toilet that I walked into this morning because somebody in the squadron can't flush after themselves.
I hate those motherfuckers with a passion.
These fucking kids can't flush the toilet. It's like they can't flush the toilet after themselves. Or if they think it's like...
No, it's not just kids, dude. It's all of them. All people. Fucking people, dude.
Remember, I'm the
And you know who's the worst motherfuckers? The worst motherfuckers are the people who puts down the fucking ass paper. Fuck you. Because you don't know how to clean up after all the ass paper fucks.
Who does ass paper?
I can't stand that shit, dude.
I can't tell you the last time I actually saw fucking ass paper being used.
We have it at my job. The sheets, they pull the fucking sheets out with the fucking donut and set it down, and they don't know how to fucking, like, bro, you did this for a reason. Germs related something, right? So you don't dispose of it, your germy ass shit, for other people. Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
It's just general lack of consideration for other human beings.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand it. That's why I hate people.
Yeah, fuck other people. Like, all right, you don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about any of you. Like, I have my people. Those people I care about. Everyone else.
I'm with my fuck off. Yes. Get a big pile and fuck, because I'm done with them.
They might enjoy that though. All right, so.
No, they'll probably bitch and complain about it the whole time.
Probably. It hurts. No, you're going.
You're not doing it right.
That's my own hand.
Jesus. No, not my ass.
So, your wife came in this morning, or this afternoon, and made a recommendation for a spot on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's great.
Yeah, because this was all based off of a couple weeks ago when Dave went on his, I wouldn't call it a rant, but his recommendation to always take swim trunks with you wherever you go when you travel. For a multitude of reasons, which all made a lot of good sense.
Right. So she called it Just the Tip with Dave.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. So it won't be every week because I don't think I can come up with something every week. But I happen to be getting ready to talk about something, so we're gonna have the inaugural, more or less, Just the Tip with Dave.
This is Just the Tip with Dave Martin.
Yeah, got to do it all sexy.
Tucking out in the corner.
So, you all right over there? What the fuck?
I don't know. What was that?
There was something fell over there on the table.
I'm sure it's fine.
So, all right, I'm cooking food on Saturday, right? And I made some sweet potatoes, right? Candied yams, call them what you will.
Mm-hmm.
And loaded them up in fucking nice glass Pyrex, fucking, how you doing? You know, nice, the shallow glass Pyrex, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And toss it in the oven. And then, prepping some other food, got some ham together, put the ham in there. Because they're cooking for about the same, timing was right. And the ham's pre-cooked, so it was just heating up. And then I was peeling potatoes, and all of a sudden, there was a fucking explosion. Like a no shit, boom! And between, I jumped, my fucking sister, my niece and nephew, everyone was in the kitchen. It was like, what the fuck? Right? And immediately, there's, smoke starting to come out of the fucking oven.
Holy shit.
What the fuck? Right? So, come over. I open the oven, and that fucking Pyrex glass exploded in the oven.
Whoa.
Exploded. Like a hand grenade.
Damn.
In there.
Yeah, it makes sense, though. It makes sense, dude.
So,
fucking, why the fuck would you making sweet potatoes?
because they're delicious, Brady.
The Pyrex said, fucking them out! Boom!
I have never, I made this, I've used Pyrex first all the time. It's better with the glass because it's easier to clean up, and B, it cooks better than doing it with something that you throw away.
Sure.
And so after this thing explodes, I'm like, Jesus Christ, shut the oven off. But now it's I've got napalm in the fucking oven because it's all this brown sugar. It's brown sugar, fucking butter, all that shit's in there. So now it's playing this game of I have to let it cool, obviously.
Yeah.
But I also don't want it to cool to the point where I'm not going to be able to fucking ever get it off of the oven ever
where it
again.
hardens at that point.
And thank the maker, this is a fucking gas oven. Because if it was electric and it had got on the fucking the burners,
yeah,
that whole fucking thing would have been on the curb.
Mm.
So we get to a point where it's okay, it's cool enough. I end up taking the bottom of the fucking oven apart and getting a vacuum, and I had to scrape this fucking shit, dude. It had already hardened to the point where I had to take my fucking knife, and I'm getting embedded glass that had been fucking baked into fucking brown sugar in the bottom of the oven. It would have destroyed you if you fucking ran your arm against it. You'd be there was glass fucking everywhere. And my sister said, "Oh, it must have been the wrong Pyrex." I'm like, what are you talking about? The wrong Pyrex? Newer Pyrex isn't made the same way as older Pyrex.
No, bullshit. You should have a giant warning on the label.
So, and she said this, and then she went online and she brought up a couple articles. So I'm like, wow, I can't believe that's a thing, right? So again, this is just a tip with Dave. I'm going to share my screen real quick, so everyone else is going to get a little smaller.
So small.
My penis is so smooth.
So bear with me here. Where is the window that we use?
Whenever I have to present mid-show, I normally get the window ready before we go live.
I actually have the
But
window
that's-
ready, but it's not showing up here. Like, there's no window. Do you see what I mean? The window's not there.
Mm.
So that's disappointing. But interesting. Anyway, so I was going to show you what it looked like it exploded, because if you just go online, just look exploding Pyrex, and you're going to see a fucking bunch of things. And that's what it looked like. It was just fucking this tempered glass fucking everywhere. And there's this whole thing online about whether or not it's like all uppercase Pyrex versus lowercase Pyrex, and then so, which seems really arbitrary to me.
Sure,
like,
yeah.
That would have been like, all right, this is like the company had changed, and now this is like uppercase and lowercase, and I feel like that would be like more well known. And so now I was searching for like a legitimate source to this, because it seems like it's maybe like an old wives' tale at this point. So I found an article. It's from New York Times that actually is talking about it, and it's a little bit older. It's like from 2011, and it actually is. It mentions that Pyrex in particular, like it's talking about types of glass that they're using in ovens. That there's different types of glass, and some are more resilient than others to multiple uses into the oven. And Pyrex in particular, one of the reasons that it's got this reputation is because it's been used for years. Like, so many people like to hear like, oh, Pyrex, I know that as a quality product, right? So more people buy Pyrex stuff to use like in ovens and stuff like that, because the expectation is that it's going to last longer and be worth the value, right? Yeah. But the actual product itself, the chemically has changed. Like, the type of glass has changed.
Yeah.
And so now that same Pyrex, or that same brand, is now going to be a different type of glass. So now you have to be like really, really cognizant of what you're doing to it. Like thermal shock, it becomes really, really important. I don't think that's what happened with mine, because it had been in the oven for about 25 minutes. So I don't know if maybe putting the ham in there maybe created a bit of differential temperature, because it took maybe some heat off of it. I don't know. It's a stretch, or there could have been a crack in it that I didn't know, and it gave out. I mean, it could have been a million things. But if you go online right now and look, like definitely the newer Pyrex it's just not the same as your Nana's old Pyrex. So this is my PSA to everyone else. Be careful with the glassware that you're putting into the oven, and pay attention to, like, I think if something says it's oven safe, I think you can count on it being oven safe, but just make sure it's not chipped or cracked or anything else, because if it is, then now you can't guarantee that that's going to hold up, right? The manufacturer isn't going to guarantee that the thing is going to maintain its, solidity. Solidity?
Integrity?
Integrity, thank you.
Yeah.
That sounds better than solidity, which I just made up. But yeah, it's if you look at it and pre-flight it, make sure it's not cracked or chipped or anything else, and then it most likely it's going to be good to go. And then, oh, by the way, don't take it out of the fridge and throw it right into the oven and think good things are going to happen, because most likely it's not.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Like, if you were pulling it out of the fridge, like
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, this was out of the cabinet, like that was next to the oven, ironically. Yeah. But it came from room temperature, and I prepped the food in it, and then it was in the oven for, like I said, it was like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it fucking exploded. It was just bonkers that it fucking happened, and it was fucking loud. Like, way louder than you thought it would be. Like, you think, oh, it's glass, it's just gonna go and kind of fall away. No, it if I was watching it, I bet you I would have expected the fucking oven door to go whoop, and it fucking open up. It was like that much of a pressure difference. So anyway, my PSA to all of you is check your cooking ware before you put it in the oven, especially the glass. A, make sure it can go in the oven, and B, make sure it's not cracked or anything. And yeah, you won't have your sweet potatoes destroyed and then have to clean out your fucking oven in the middle of cooking dinner.
And at the end of the day, you never got your sweet potatoes.
I did not. Got to smell them because it smelled fantastic. You know,
bet.
all that brown sugar, just kind of like brown sugar and butter, just like, oh, it was all in the kitchen. It was fucking great. But yeah, no, it was actually pretty horrific to clean up.
This has been just the.
That's why I don't
Dave
eat
Martin.
That's why I don't eat sweet potatoes. I'm not gonna try to deal with that shit.
So is that it?
That's it.
All right. Are we ready to move on to our main topic?
I guess so.
Anybody need a break before we get going? No? All right, then. Like, here goes. You thinking about it?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
You were making a face. All right, so Master and Apprentice. This book came out exactly 5 years ago. It came out in April of 2019. And I know you read it about the time.
I read it like right when it came out.
Yeah. Brady, what about
Me
you?
too.
Okay.
Me too. I
Yeah.
didn't read it. I listened to the audiobook version of it.
Yeah, and so did I. Most of the time, if we're covering books on the show, I'm doing the audio version while Dave is the paper purist.
Well,
Yep.
I think it's.
I just don't have the time to sit down and read like that. I like to listen to it as it's playing.
And listen, for the benefit of the Brady audience that may not have heard us say it,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, welcome and thank you. Hit that like button.
Dude.
I don't like to listen to Star Wars books because I have this Star Wars is in my head as a certain way. And
Yeah.
when I listen to it, the way they present it doesn't match up with how
You
I listen to
narrate
it.
you narrate your Star Wars
Yeah.
your way. I get that. I respect that.
So that's why I'll paper read a Star Wars book because I enjoy it more.
Right.
Like I could still listen to the book. Excuse me. It doesn't change the production value or anything else of the book. I just enjoy it more if I use my own imagination.
Right. Well, I will say one thing about the audiobook. Now, Brady, I don't know how recently you've re-listened to this, but it's perfectly fine. It is not Mark Thompson, the guy that normally narrates. It's some other guy. But
Nope.
he did really well because, it's really about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and he nailed their voices pretty well. And I'm sure that's why they picked the guy. But there was one point towards the end that took me out of it because there was something going on and an alarm sounded, right? And they pulled the fucking alarm sound from Star Trek. Like the red alert sound in Star Trek, that
Oh.
and I'm just like, they took that straight from like Star Trek Next Generation, like when they're at red alert. I'm like, oh,
They cross the streams.
Yeah.
How dare they?
I know.
That's 2 Star Trek references in one podcast.
I know. We're
Yeah, I
how
don't
that
like it.
happened.
I'm leaving. I'm not here
Yeah,
for that
that's-
shit.
all right, Brady. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
and-
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
no,
his
that was a
fault.
good one, guys. I appreciate it, guys.
I'm pretty sure it's his fault. I mean, honestly,
It's
we
Brady's?
don't do that.
not normally.
It's not
no.
a thing that we do.
So you're saying he's
Fuck,
throwing us
that's
off.
my fault. I don't even like Star Trek.
It's a closet Trekkie.
Oh, you think
what
that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's some Star Trek paraphernalia that's hiding back there.
All right,
I'll
well,
fucking stab you, Dave. Unlike Jason, I have a knife.
well, he has a flamethrower,
I-
so
I don't got that. I fucking swear. All right, you win, but still.
and so it was written by Claudia Gray, who's done quite a few Star Wars books. She did like a lot of the Leia books, the Bloodline book that we covered here on
Right.
the show, a couple other Leia books. She's done a bunch of High Republic stuff, so very well known author, Claudia Gray, very popular. And timeline wise, it takes place 40 BBY, which is 8 years prior to Phantom Menace.
Right.
So
Oh, sidebar. I forgot about this.
what?
I brought
Oh
that
shit!
up.
Oh, it's the Naboo cruiser.
Yeah. Speaking of Phantom Menace, which we're going to see in a month.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Brady, are you seeing that during the re-release?
I'm gonna try to. I want to take all the kids that want to go see it with me. So any one of my kids that want to go see it, I'm gonna try to take them with me.
Sweet.
So, talking about they don't make toys like this anymore. I mean, this is from what 98.
94.
This is from in 98.
98.
So it has like a little
That was
door
before
on-
the movie came out.
Yeah. It has a little door on the top for R2 to come out
Oh,
of.
that's sweet.
Isn't that
Oh,
cool?
when they were doing the exterior
Yeah.
repairs.
And it has like underneath, like you can open up the
That's cool.
so and
I love
the
it.
landing gear. So it's just a really good, cool little diecast. I was looking for something else and I saw this. I'm like, oh man, I got to bring it in for a show because I always kept it because it's a cool ship and it's just a little,
Sure, yeah.
a good little toy.
All right, so real quick.
Before you go balls deep, Jason, I got to meet Claudia Gray after listening to this book, so I got to have a small little, I don't want to say it was a conversation. I basically more or less just told her I really enjoyed the book. It was a really great listen. I was honest with her. I was like, I listened to it,
Yeah.
But she was a lovely woman. She was very friendly. She took a picture with me. There was like really nobody there, which was kind of odd considering, like you said, she's done quite a few Star Wars books.
Was this
but
a celebration
she
or
was-
something?
No, this was at the Motor City Con me and Don went to in 2019.
Okay.
So
So she
but
was probably promoting this book, I would imagine.
Yeah, she had that, and there was another Star Wars. I think I don't recall. Maybe it was a Young Readers, or there was another one. I want to say it had to possibly deal with High Republic as well. But she was awesome, dude. She was a real friendly lady, and she had no problem with me, singing her praises and just talking about her book. She's a real cool lady.
Awesome. Well, that's
I
good.
love that.
Yeah, I always like hearing stories like that, and as opposed to the stories about you find out behind the scenes they're a fucking jerk and everything else.
Right.
Anthony Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, before we go balls deep, as Brady said, we should do some non-spoiler thoughts first before we start, digging into it. What does that look?
Dude, Brady and I fucking read this in 2019. That was
Okay,
5
that's fine.
years ago.
I'm just thinking
Five.
of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Five.
Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
what did you go?
There's 5 amendments.
Hold on. No.
5 years ago, dude.
All right, so I guess just fuck any of our listeners who haven't read it yet, who may not want to be spoiled, but want
Yes.
to hear.
Yeah.
our
Well,
opinions.
because
What kind of fucking Star Wars fan are you, bitch? Sorry,
because
I meant that.
I'm trying to remember, why are we doing this book? Like what came up recently that we're doing?
Well,
this?
it's because we're kind of building to this re-release of Phantom Menace, right? This
Oh, okay.
25th anniversary of Phantom Menace.
all right.
There's another book, that Light of the Jedi, or what the fuck did I say it was when we were talking before the show? Anyway, there's another new Phantom Menace prequel novel coming out this month.
Oh, the new.
Yeah. And again, they've got all this stuff that they're really, Lucasfilm is really kind of building up this Phantom Menace, celebration.
Celebration.
So we
That's
figured,
why. Okay.
we
Because
figured-
I couldn't remember. I'm like, man, why are we going back to this? Like, Jason has a wild hair up his ass about going back to this.
yeah.
Like, I'm for it, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
why? I couldn't remember.
Well, and it's
That makes-
interesting,
That
too.
makes more sense.
Yeah, because this does add some context to Phantom Menace and to some of the things like the prophecies and
I just want to.
Why Obi-Wan hates fucking flying.
right. Well, I didn't like that part as much, but we'll get into
Yeah, that
it.
was dumb.
I'll agree with you. Go, yeah. So,
I just want to say that in 2019, when I read this book, and Jason was like, "Yeah, I don't want to read this book. It's stupid. It doesn't have any relevance to anything
I
else."
never said that.
I'm pretty sure we can go back and watch the fucking film of like, oh, Dave read this book, and Jason was like, "This stupid."
I highly doubt that was my response.
I mean,
Probably
maybe not word for word, but
right.
I think I caught the just the aura of it,
Sure,
the
whatever.
essence. The essence, if you will.
Do you have a point to make here, or are you
I'm just saying. 5 years later, Jason's finally on board.
right? And
Maybe when I pick up a book and read it, maybe that's like Jason should be like, Jason, like I'm talking to you in the fifth person. Like maybe Dave tells Jason to fucking read a book. and you should do it because eventually you're going to fucking read it anyway.
Right.
Because Dave's right.
Just get it out of the way, man.
Just look,
get it out
you
of the
know
way.
Dave's going to be right, so just fucking do it.
Kind of like the Air Force, how they should just like let you run the Air Force. And
Yes.
you'll make all the right
Right,
decisions.
dude.
Yes.
Just follow the fucking line, Jason. Come on.
This is the exact line of thought that you need to be. We're tracking now.
All right,
This is how Dave takes over the world. He starts with Jason and then fucking spreads.
No,
Yeah.
the problem is that Dave just wants to fucking be left alone. It's the problem is I have to go to work so that I can, fuel my expensive hobbies. So
His lightsaber flamethrower, for instance.
yes. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for breaking that up. I just wanted to enlighten the listeners that yes, indeed, this book came out 5
years ago, yes.
and yes, we are getting to it now because of
The relevancy.
the relevance of building up to the Phantom Menace being re-released.
Yep.
It's 25
Yes.
94.
anniversary.
So close.
So yes, this is why we're covering it.
All right.
Should I
So
turn off the heater?
yeah, it's getting pretty hot. That's why I'm like.
Take over.
So all right. So we're not going to do any spoiler-free stuff, right? Because these motherfuckers read it 5 years ago, and they're berating me. So I figure, fuck it, we'll just like jump right into it.
Well, do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
And yeah, so it takes place 7 years before Phantom Menace, and
Eight.
oh right, and there's kind of like the main storyline. I think is sort of irrelevant. It's like this princess that's on some fucking planet that they've got to go to and try to make her sign a treaty and all this other shit. Like I feel like that is. I don't know. That's kind of like a side piece to what's actually going on, and it's the relationship between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon early in Obi-Wan's apprenticeship with him,
Right.
and then the talk of the prophecies, right? The fact that Qui-Gon is apparently obsessed with all of these old Jedi prophecies. He started learning them under Dooku, and up to the point where he died, he truly believed in a lot of these prophecies, and this kind of adds some more context to that. Why he's
With you
right.
saying that, well, with you saying that, think about the little group that was into those fucking prophecies, man. Like Sypha, Dyas, Dooku, Qui-Gon. Like what could have been? What could have been with Qui-Gon? You know what I
Right.
mean? With
oh yeah, I mean,
seeing
like,
seeing how it all unfolds and how he had that like-mindedness of a Dooku, being in that lineage, if you will. So who knows?
oh yeah, no, and his defiance of the council is on display through most of this book, where even they offer him a spot on the Jedi Council early in this book, like after their first mission where they're like dealing with a Hutt, and there's a lot of miscommunication between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Yeah, it's like Speedo the Hutt or something.
With the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go back to Coruscant and they're given their debrief and everything, and then the council just pops this fucking invitation for Qui-Gon to join them
Right.
out of the blue, and he's like, I might have to think about it.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that they say it in the book. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that it's a method of control of Qui-Gon.
Yes. Yeah.
That it's like, okay, if he's on the council, then we can control his rhetoric a little bit more rather than him being in the background just kind of like, stirring up shit.
Yeah, and kind of doing his own thing.
Right.
And that's kind of relevant, again, coming around full circle to that Acolyte trailer we just got a couple weeks ago, where like one of the best quotes from it was that one lady saying it's about power and who is allowed to use it, right?
Right.
And
Yep.
the Jedi Council, this continues to paint them in that light where they're just a bunch of control freaks sitting in their ivory tower and not really paying much attention to what's going on around them.
How many? So sidebar, but relevant.
Mhm.
So how much of the Jedi Council do you think that Sidious had a direct effect in getting on the council? Like as if he's pulling the strings,
I think it
and
only
making the stuff
mattered.
work-
I think it only mattered with his relationship with Yoda, because Yoda's the top dog. You
Right.
get to Yoda, you've essentially gotten to everybody else. So if you can get Yoda to lean away to a specific Jedi Master about a specific thing, you've won.
Yeah, I can.
So
see
really, all he had to do was just the one get that close, and Yoda can't even fucking feel it.
that. Yeah, because
He's in.
what's the other Yoda like species, the
Yaddles.
Yaddle.
Yeah.
Yaddle.
Like, that whole sequence where Yaddle gets fucking basically crushed by a door or whatever.
Yeah, killed by Dooku essentially.
Yeah. She was defiant. And then, but that didn't work out well.
No.
And nobody really listened
She
to
wasn't
her.
as powerful. She wasn't as powerful.
No, but still, yet still somehow on the council, and that's what I mean. It's like these Jedi that were on the council. If this is how they chose who sat on the council, like again, is this is?
Well, I think you
highly effective. No.
yeah,
They-
but I think you brought up the acolyte too. I think that's going to add more credence to seeing how a Yaddle falls, because they're ignorant or blind to like, oh, everything's been just so hunky dory. Well, what about that thing that happened? No, we don't talk about that. Don't talk about that thing. What thing? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a blindness. They think they're this powerful when they maybe should be this powerful, because they've just kind of everything's been good, man. Like, I don't need to fine tune the machine because everything's running great.
So like they're nerfing themselves.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
Like Sam Jackson.
I mean, that's my thought in it.
Yeah, in Phantom Menace, Mace Windu was sitting on the council. He's like, I don't think the Sith could have returned without us knowing. You
Right.
know?
Like, really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do something here. Hey, you know what's fucked up? Because of this whole Acolyte, watch that trailer now knowing that the Acolyte's there, and look at how Sam Jackson looks at Yoda, and Yoda looks back. Like, now that we have this Acolyte thing coming out that takes place, it's fucking YouTube. It fucks you up sometimes. But, like, they look at each other, the way they look at each other, now they're like, there's this Acolyte Sith kind of thing. You're like, wait, did Yoda know? Because the way he's looking at Sam Jackson, like, it makes you, what the fuck's going on?
I have not seen this, but I'm gonna have to look.
I
now.
don't-
Dude, get when we're done, get on the phone, pull it up. Pull it up. Somebody's got it broken down. And that's the reason I know it, because when they have that talk in front of everybody right there on the Jedi Council, the way Sam Jackson looks at Yoda, the way Yoda looks back, I mean, hey, you can interpret it a lot, right? You can interpret, people can make you think things, but it's a good watch, a good look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anything that spurs the conversation, right? Because we're Star Wars fans, and that's what we do.
Right.
It's what we do.
Yeah, and so they invite him to the council. Obviously, they want to control him more by having him right there.
Right.
And even when he's like, I think I'm gonna need to go meditate on this. Whereas most people are like, oh, well, this is such an honor and blah blah blah. But again, Qui-Gon's just like, yeah, we'll see.
He had no aspirations of being on the council.
Right.
Right. So, and even if he did, it's almost like I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Did you see look at Luna Girl's last comment?
Oh, I see that about the snorks.
Yeah, and then look at Brady right now with the fucking hockey stick behind him.
That's good.
Some kids just aren't even going to know what snorks are.
No.
I mean, I would
That's
imagine
fine.
most of
This
Gen
show's not
Xers-
for them. This show's not for them.
Most of Gen Xers they're on board. They know.
Yeah. Penis on head.
If you can't talk about snorks and shirt tails, get the fuck out of my face.
Woo!
No, that was DuckTales.
But that's what came
Yeah.
out of my head.
It's okay. We get it.
Yeah.
I want to dive in that gold too.
And during this time, Qui-Gon's having some issues with Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan's, I think they said he's 17 in this, and he's very by the book, very follow the word of the council to the letter, and follow all the rules,
Right.
And while Qui-Gon is very Qui-Gon, He's kind of his own guy and he does his own thing. And, you know, they're butting heads from the beginning. And there's a situation where they're on that first mission at the beginning of the book and Qui-Gon tells Obi-Wan, like, get the door. And I think what he meant to say was like, close the door, but Obi-Wan just went through the door and just started killing everybody. Something like that. I can't remember the exact details.
Yeah. Because to Obi-Wan, like, words had meaning.
Yeah.
Not like intent.
Right. Yeah. And that was the thing. Qui-Gon
Yeah.
he didn't mean what he was saying literally.
Right.
But Obi-Wan just like completely did not. He wasn't on the same wavelength.
Yeah, he heard a command.
Right.
And he went and did it.
Yeah. And, you know, they keep coming back to that moment in the book, too, about the miscommunication and how they just, you know, they're not jiving, which we got a pretty cool revelation later on about that and why those two were together.
Right.
But, you know, it's at this point where they're sent to this fucking planet. What the hell is the name of this planet? Pygel.
I was going to say
Hydra.
Wepley. Wasn't there Wepley or something? Never mind.
So wasn't it like a moon? Was it probably one of the moons?
It might have been.
You're thinking?
Yeah, because Pygel?
I think
had,
it's Pygel.
Yeah, Pygel. And I think it had a moon because that's where the Zerka people were hanging out, right? That's where their slave operation.
Durka. Muhammad Jihad. Durka.
So, a funny thing, I was going to mention this. The Zerka Corporation, they came from a bunch of the old Legends material. They were in the Knights of the Old Republic game. There's the Old Republic. There's a whole Zerka planet that you can go to and do missions for them and shit. Mm-hmm. So they've been around in Legends for a while, and this is one of their first appearances in canon.
I did actually make the connection because I think in 2019 is when you had kind of said, hey, you know, you should get into this game. And that's when I first downloaded it and started playing it a little bit. Uh-huh. And then, you know, obviously Dave moves on from things fairly quickly, if you didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel. But yeah, I remember that being able to make that connection with the big bad industry, which make Amistad reference later.
Amistad reference during Star Wars 2 times.
Twice. 2 Star Treks, 2 Amistads.
2 Amistads.
Oh, we're on a roll, folks. Yeah, so on this planet...
Wait till we get to the color purple references.
Oh, God, I can only imagine. You've got this chick, this Princess Fanry, who's, you know, she's part of this royal bloodline, but they're about to, like, sign this massive treaty that's gonna, like, make them a normal government so they can join the Federation.
Right. Get a hyperspace lane, you know.
Did I say Federation?
You did say Federation.
Was that a third Star Trek
That was
thing?
a third?
God.
Oh, my God.
I'm leaving.
God.
I'm leaving. Seriously.
The Republic.
I'll take care of this,
Jesus,
Brady.
bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, you almost hit me.
Because of no depth perception, I was looking at the camera. It's like a boom operator.
And this lady has a Jedi assigned to her. Apparently, he's been her regent for years before this. And
This is the greatest Jedi ever.
Rael Averross.
Yeah, this is the dude.
That's the Jedi I aspire to be.
Yeah.
This is the fucking dude.
What do? Bang whores and use the Force?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, don't forget he does death sticks. He's
Yes.
Like what? I'm just, I'm a kind of a user.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He honestly, when I read this character, I'm like, dude, this is fucking the dude.
The dude from
Yes,
Big Lebowski. From Big Lebowski.
Right.
I could picture him in a fucking like house coat. I got a beverage here, man. Like
Right.
I can totally see it with this guy. He's got his fucking.
It's a white bantha, man. It's delicious.
It's
really tied the room together.
It's got its fucking, his flip flops and his fucking. Come on, man.
Which sidebar? We have to cover that for the show.
Flip
One of
flops?
these. No, Big Lebowski, jackass.
Oh,
I'll be back for that one. I'll be back for that one too, guys.
Well, okay.
I'll be back for that one.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to see if it's got an anniversary coming up.
talk amongst yourselves about relevant
We can't.
stuff.
We can't fucking do it, Jason.
But we're not gonna do it.
Well, we just missed the
Never
25th anniversary,
happened.
unfortunately, because that was
Son of a
last year.
bitch.
We can do whatever we want.
That is true.
What
Yeah.
is the 26th
Well, do it
anniversary
live.
this
Fuck it.
year?
I don't know
Do it
what's
live.
going on. I've got so many noises and sounds.
Do what the voices tell you to do, Jason.
Oh God.
We can do Big Lebowski whenever the fuck we want.
Yeah, no, for sure,
Like,
because it's such a great fucking movie.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
You're out of your fucking element, Donnie. I use that on Don all the fucking time.
You know what? If I was near a Don all the time, I think I'd wear that shit out. I mean, I'm certain I would.
Look, the Chinaman is not the issue here, and dude, Chinaman is not the preferred nomenclature.
It's not the nomenclature.
Asian
Yeah, he
American,
said
please.
fucking nomenclature. I fucking died when he said nomenclature. Oh God.
Oh, it's such a good movie. Somebody write that shit down, and we gotta fucking do that movie.
Yeah, Kelly, are you in the chat still?
Yeah.
When he fucking does his ashes out and it's all in his
I know.
The coffee can.
Dude, fucking sidebar, man. So when someone this is not meant to bring this down at all because it's fucking hilarious. When my dad died and he was getting cremated, so we're sitting there in the funeral home, right? And I know the funeral director because I fucking deal with people dying all the time because of the Masons, right? And so I know this guy. And we're working with him, and my dad wanted to be cremated and all that, and he wanted to be buried at sea, right? So initially, in my head, I'm like, fuck, buried at sea. So I'm gonna have to get a boat. I'm gonna have to get a fucking boat and go out in the middle of the Delaware Bay and have this fucking Big Lebowski shit where I'm like shaking this coffee can of dad out in the fucking bay and having it all blow back into my fucking face. My dad just died, and this is the fucking thought that I had.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, Dave. That's fantastic.
So
Lord.
he promptly says afterwards, after saying that, he's like, oh yeah, the Navy does it, and then they do the whole thing with the ship, and then they take the remains out and they do a whole legitimate burial at sea. And I went, oh, thank God. I had legitimate, like, it was my first fucking thought was the ashes like hitting me in the face, the sea breeze from the fucking Delaware, the boat going up and down. Oh God, it just
That's fantastic.
yeah. Anyway,
So Rail Adross, he's the dude.
he's the dude.
And
He is the greatest Jedi ever.
he's been raising this the princess and basically getting her prepped for this moment. And come to find out, he is also a former apprentice of Dooku.
Right.
Which means him and Qui-Gon kind of have
Right.
that in common. And I guess they bonded, years before
They
at
have
the
a
temple.
shared daddy.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Which Dooku's Padawans, I wonder who else was his Padawan. Like, do we know?
He couldn't have had
Dude.
too many. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he couldn't have had too many. Because you can only have him so long, and he's not like a species like Yoda. So
yeah, and he
My
didn't
penis so smooth.
he didn't stay a real long amount of time with the Jedi anyway. When he left to go back home and
Right.
all that stuff.
Right. Had to think things out.
Yeah.
Did a whole bit
My penis so smooth.
before he left the Catholic Church to join the other side,
Right.
become a Protestant,
Yes.
because touching kids is bad.
Yeah, we already established that with the Nickelodeon and
That's
Puff
true.
Daddy.
That's
shit, talk before, but
We're gonna have to close out this show with like what we learned in this show, and two of the things is that one of the things is touching kids is bad. The second thing is check your Pyrex before you put it in your fucking oven.
right.
definitely
Which had nothing
knowledge
to
of game
do.
today.
Yeah, nothing to do with the book that we're talking about.
Not at all.
But
Not at all.
good information to have.
Facts.
So the dude's raising the girl, and then Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are sent out to basically, make sure shit goes down right, because there's some opposition, which apparently is like a fucking acting troupe. Like they're the ones that became the opposition. So
That was weird.
What
Yeah.
came to mind was like if you've ever read anything about oh shit, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who killed Abraham Lincoln. Fuck, what the hell was his name?
Oh God, what is that guy's name?
John Wilkes Booth?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Yes. So he was an actor, like, and there's these connections with like the acting troupe that he was in, and when they were talking about this, it made me think of that.
Oh,
Like it's like this background.
And, I mean, maybe that's where she was going with it too.
These people, they were conspiring, and like, oh, this is what we think, and like, okay, because they had the ability to meet in secrecy.
Yeah.
Because what they were.
Yeah. And of course, like their protests were all very peaceful, just vandalism or, just like dumb shit that's, not causing any damage or anything like that. It's just
send angry letters.
Right, exactly. So that's what we're led to believe that they've been doing up to this point until things start getting violent with this mystery. The Blackguards, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Until they show up.
Blackguards or Blackguards?
I thought the way they made it sound in the book was Blackguards.
Blackguards.
Or in the audiobook.
Guards.
Yeah, the audiobook, it sounded like you said Blackguards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Is it all one word in the book?
I don't remember. I'm just, like, this is one of the things that's frustrating about where the fuck did that book go? Where did it go?
Son of a bitch.
I don't know where it went. It bothers me. It bothers me that I don't know where that fucking book went. If you know, where's the sad music? Somebody play the sad music. If you know where the book went, please return it home.
Dave's referring to his copy of Master and Commander.
Actually, no, that one's safely on my shelf. But
Okay.
Master and Apprentice,
right.
by Claudia Gray. Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So
I hope she's not listening right now.
Claudia Gray.
Yeah.
Somehow I doubt it.
You don't know.
No, I don't
She
know.
might saw Brady was on and
She's
be
like, oh, that's that sexy
Right?
guy.
She's like, I remember that tall son of a bitch.
yeah, look at that guy.
And you know what's funny is I was wearing a Big Lebowski shirt when I took my picture with her.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it brings.
And it has Big Lebowski and it just says, well, that's like your opinion, man.
Oh, Liam and me, we gonna fuck you up.
Sorry, I'll stop.
So anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the acting troupe.
The Blackguards.
Yeah, the Blackguards.
The black dudes. Okay.
Oh, dude.
The BBC. The BBC.
All right, so the BBCs are out there. These guys are doing. They're doing a lot more than vandalism. They're like an actual,
obviously,
military outfit.
They have their own channels.
Yeah, and when they come across, I can't remember what the situation was, where they came across our Jedi heroes. They've got these like shields that block lightsabers. Think like Dune.
The colon crystal.
Yeah, the colon crystal. These fake, the not kyber crystals,
right?
Essentially,
anti-kyber.
Yeah,
like kryptonite.
Yeah, kyber kryptonite kind of.
Right. So, but they can't say like kryptonite, so they just went with colon.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, I got a question for you. When the Ahsoka show was coming out and they were having the orange blade, did you think back to this book when they were talking at the time when you were just seeing the previews and we didn't know who fucking Balin and Old Girl were, and that you could definitely tell it was like, oh, those are orange, not red. Did you think to this book? Because I did.
I did not.
And I thought at the time, I was like, oh, I wonder if those are like, I wonder if these are like fake Jedi and they got these, they got these colon crystals. That's my head went there before we knew what the hell was going on.
That's actually really, it's a really good callback because I didn't think about that at all. I mean, I went with the Fallen Jedi, like, type thought, but I forgot completely about these.
Yeah, because especially at the end when Obi-Wan's lightsaber got tampered with, the blade was orange,
right?
And they made a real point in the book of saying that it was an orange blade.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why when the previews came out for the thing, I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, they duped us all. These are fake Jedi. They don't know how to find a kyber crystal, but they can make a lightsaber, but they need the crystal. That's the most important. So they got the colon crystal. So like, I had this whole thing in my fucking head at that time, and
And it's
I'm so glad I
reasonable.
was
Yeah,
wrong.
That's 100% reasonable. And who's to say that you are wrong? I mean, honestly, we still don't know where these two motherfuckers came from.
Fair,
Well,
fair. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
we know Balin came from the Jedi Order.
yeah. No idea where Shin Hati came from, though.
but that doesn't mean he did.
Shin Hati was picked up by Balin.
I bet she was.
Yeah.
Hell
My
yeah.
penis so smooth.
That was intentional.
Right.
Those buttons should not be next to each other. I should really move those.
Right. So yeah. Then there's a lot of backstory in this also, where Qui-Gon has flashbacks to his time with Dooku, and you know they get into the prophecy stuff a lot, and it even got to a point where Dooku wasn't as convinced about the prophecies as Qui-Gon was.
Right.
But you could see Qui-Gon was like, he's all in at this point. He's taking these things literally. He's like, oh, this sign has happened recently, and this sign has happened recently, so the fucking Messiah is gonna be here soon.
Right. He's like watching Joel Osteen and fucking just like, oh no, this is it. It's all right here in front of us.
Yeah.
And the trick though, and the difference was Dooku was like, he wasn't into it, and I was like, all right, he's really into it. Let me fucking get into this and see what this is about.
Right. Right.
Instead of being like, no,
Yeah.
and just being like, no, you're wrong. Fucking change your shit.
Mhm.
And this is, I mean, the foreshadowing of Dooku not being one of them. You know what I mean? Like Dooku's entire experience and how like becoming a Jedi and everything else. Like this traditional upbringing of Jedi, he just wasn't one of them.
Right.
So
No.
he wasn't going to, not going to fall for the banana in a tailpipe. You know, he's just not. He's there's another. I think that movie has an anniversary coming up.
Well, there's a new one
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out this year.
Oh, there
Yeah,
is.
fucking Axel Foley's back, bitch.
Did they film some of that in Detroit? Like we're
I think so. The new one?
yeah.
Yeah, I believe they did. They get tax credits and shit like that for doing stuff in Detroit and Michigan.
Yeah, like anything to give them money.
Yeah.
We
Anyway.
fucking need it. Our roads are horrendous.
I forgot what I was saying.
We're talking about the prophecies, right?
Oh.
Dooku and
Yeah, well, I was talking about the difference in Dooku as a Jedi and not being in line with the rest of them. It's almost like, okay, maybe I'm giving Sidious too much credit, but it's like Sidious probably knew where the lemmings were as Jedi, right? If he's coming up with this master plan, right? He's like, okay, these are the Jedi that I'm probably going to be able to manipulate,
yeah,
right? These are the ones. These are fucking idiots.
like the Obi-Wans, like the guy who just he follows the letter of the law to
this is like
To a detriment.
yeah,
right. It's just like, oh no, I have to follow the council. Blah 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 blah. Like he's fully on board with the rhetoric and and marching to their tune. Whereas the free thinkers are moving towards the Sith.
Yeah.
Which, obviously for obvious reasons.
Well, and it's funny too. You think about who all these like the free thinkers really were around this era. You've got your Qui-Gons, your Anakins, Ahsokas, Dookus.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. Like there's not. I don't know how much of a free thinker Anakin was. Like I don't think Anakin really had.
Are you kidding me?
He lived in conflict. Like it wasn't free thinking.
He fucking got married to somebody, knocked up this gal, sleeping with her probably every fucking night that he's on Coruscant.
Do you honestly
Clapping
think,
them cheeks.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
he was.
hell yeah.
But do you think that was a matter of like him being a free thinker, or just a matter of like this is what he was programmed to do?
What, fuck Padme?
Yeah, essentially.
I can't imagine that being the case.
Like I'm just saying that I think Anakin, the product that made Anakin, as the chosen one, I don't think had much free thought. I
Yeah.
think that Anakin existed for a reason. So all of his decisions that he made ultimately were going to result in one ending.
Right.
Right. So how much free thought do you really have if the ending is already predetermined?
That's fair. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he did stuff that was against the order and everything else. Sure. Like he wasn't a slave to the Jedi and their line of thinking. However, I don't think he necessarily had his own free thought.
Well, we'll put a pin in that, and maybe come back around to that at another time.
Star Wars discussion, though.
Yeah, for sure. Now, something else that came up with the prophecy thing that really helps tie it into Phantom Menace is when he's studying the prophecy specifically of the Chosen One. It mentions is like born without a father or something to that effect. I can't remember what the wording of it was, but it was essentially, it would this being would come into the world without a father, just birthed by the mother.
Right.
So, when Qui-Gon sees this in Phantom Menace, he's like, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just stop short of
Yeah.
saying virgin birth.
Yeah.
Right. Just stop short of it. But
Right.
basically means virgin birth.
Right. And that's why in Phantom Menace, now that we've seen this or read this book, that's why he was so just like immediately like, that kid's the chosen one. We gotta.
Right. But we really need to fucking go ahead and get his blood
Yeah.
to take this whole
It's
metachlorian count thing.
No, it's the M count.
Well, I mean, it was M count because it was kind of secret for them.
Right.
But back in the day, they could say metachlorian because it wasn't a secret.
Sure.
Yes.
But to me,
this is watching an ADHD child that is not medicated enough.
But to me, like the prophecy, the whole thing around the prophecies was the biggest takeaway for me in this whole book was, learning that Qui-Gon was so into it and hearing a little bit about like the prophecy of Anakin and everything, or the Chosen One. That's the most that I gleaned from this. I don't know how you two feel. Like if you think there was something bigger that they were presenting.
No,
to us
I
with
think
this, but
I think you hit it. They were trying to. I think definitely a tangible thing. Like, hey, this connects to that thing, but we're talking about some other prophecies too here and there. But
yeah.
I think when you know about, that's gonna pay off later. So like, I feel like kind of had to be there, especially when you're talking about other prophecies. Like that's the big dog. So
Yeah.
But-
And go ahead.
I enjoyed the prophecy chatter or whatever you want to call this with the Dooku, like how he's learning it from him, and how you brought up the point of, well, I'm not gonna say, let me see that. I want to take a look at that real quick. Well,
Yeah.
What are you up to? What did you see that I didn't see? So I enjoyed all the prophecy and all that, the little hints and touches to, Dooku's dabbling towards the dark side. Like I gotta know about these prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, honestly, it was the prophecy stuff was obviously big. I agree with you that the plot line itself wasn't really that relevant, but
Right. Yeah.
I think that this idea of we haven't really talked about the dude Jedi whose
Yeah.
name's escaping me right now. We haven't talked about him.
Really? Alvarez?
Yeah. Real Avros.
His responsibility, like, as he lost a Padawan,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is one of this is really, I think, the first time where you actually get the story of a Jedi that has lost a Padawan,
Right.
right? And it obviously affected him emotionally to the point where he's isolated himself,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's this isn't like, oh, I'm going to meditate with the Jedi Council and all this other bullshit. Nope, he pieced out, fucking took his flip-flops and his fucking house coat and took off.
Mm-hmm.
And
That he did.
he found himself a situation that he's like, okay, if I ensure that this situation happens, then I can feel like I'm absolved of my Padawan, right? And it shows to me like this is another Jedi that had this attachment, and it's leading him astray.
Right.
But it's like all the right things. So it's just this kind of this mixed message where it's like where this attachment kind of makes you powerful, but he had all without any other direction. All the signs were there. This thing was up.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of going along with it, not really paying attention. And all of a sudden when the shit hit the fan and Obi-Wan's stuck behind the shield and he is like, oh fuck. Missed it.
Yeah.
Because I was too busy banging fucking whores and drinking White Russians. So I thought that having a Jedi in a non-traditional Jedi role was really interesting to this story. And how
Agreed.
abrasive he was towards like, I know you guys do your Jedi bullshit and I'm going to do what I do.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I had the Force. I have a fucking lightsaber and I'll beat the shit out of both of you, but this is how I'm going to do things. You know,
Yeah.
Like he knew what he was and he had a reason for doing what he was doing, but it blinded him to, the what was actually happening.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the big twist in that was, you're thinking that it's first the Zerka Corporation is kind of manipulating her because they have this massive presence on the planet and in the moon, and they're known for being slave owners, and they, as part of this the first treaty that they were going to sign, were going to like take charge of all of the penal system, right? And they were basically going to start just
My
like
penis so smooth.
enslaving people through the criminal courts.
Amistad.
Right? Yeah, they'd fucking, they'd make the lightest crime, like a long-term prison sentence, and then
Right.
they would just use all of those fucking people as slave labor.
So insert British colony here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's something the Empire ended up doing later.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But Zerka, they're just in it for profit, not for power. But either way,
Right. Well, profit is power.
yeah. So the whole time somebody's trying to like stop this, and then Qui-Gon has a vision of the treaty signing ceremony and some shit going down. Somebody with a lightsaber, going after the princess, and now he's like, we can't fucking do this.
Right.
I had a vision, right? I had a prophecy. So to speak. And
Obi-Wan's like, whatever, dude. Like, you and your fucking old man prophecies. I'm going to call back home
yeah,
and talk to the fucking people that don't have a screw loose. And he calls back 1-800 fucking Yoda.
yeah,
And
yeah, he fucking turns Judas on
yeah.
on Qui-Gon.
Yeah, this is the classic, like, I don't trust my leadership, so I'm going around it.
Yeah.
I'm going around this guy.
You went over my helmet?
No, I'm not really over it. More to the side. Got to get some Spaceballs references in there. What have all
Yeah, wash out that fucking Star Trek shit.
Yeah.
or the Amistad ones.
Well, come on, man.
There was literally slavery in this fucking book, which we haven't really talked about.
1000% was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we haven't even talked about the two people that they come across, Pax and Rahara, the jewel thieves.
The dude annoyed me. Pax annoyed me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tahara I was cool with. Pax just like there were certain things about his character, and I think it was the privilegedness of him. Like he
Yeah.
was such a like I
Well,
can't relate
well,
what privilege is in that world and that
that was-
galaxy, but I know what fucking privilege is, so I was like, fuck you.
That was if C-3PO fucking raised a child.
Yeah.
That's what it would
Yeah.
turn out to be.
And that's just
Well, he's raised by protocol droids. But
Yeah.
like just the whole idea of that is ridiculous but so interesting, you know, to see how a character would turn out being raised by droids in this universe.
Yeah, I think we're meant to fucking hate him. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, is 3PO really like that? If people that like C-3PO as a character and think that, oh, this is funny,
Yeah.
and then like see what that's like in human form, and you're like, I want to run that guy over with a fucking truck, right?
Yeah.
Then they should really rethink their value of C-3PO.
Right.
You know, that's what this book should help them with.
Okay.
Like, yeah, 3PO training humans from birth makes this idiot. Like, no. We just no, Ken.
No.
Yeah. So, and the Rahara, her story is all tied in with Zerka. She was a former slave of theirs. Towards the end of the book, she gets recaptured by them because now they've got like high-tech facial recognition, and they just like, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, you were one of ours. Click.
Right. Which high-tech facial recognition, you wonder if they'd had that for the batch.
As far as what?
I mean, clones, I guess, all look the same except for the ones with, like, I don't know, facial tattoos and bandanas.
This is the part of the show where Dave complains about Hunter from Bad Batch.
I mean, it's a regular segment, so we have to pay it its due.
Yeah.
Have you seen the like AI renderings of them? Like if they were
of the
really
Bad Batch?
real people? Oh yeah,
No,
dude.
I've only been seeing
That
like,
could possibly give you fucking nightmares.
I've only been seeing
Like, cause
sexy,
like it's got his scar, it's got old boy Scar in there. Like some of the ones, the AI renderings I've seen of the Bad Batch are fucking frightening.
all right, well, I have to look this up now. The Bad Batch.
Jason's only seen the Rule 34 Bad Batch ones.
Reimagining. Yo, I've never looked up Rule 34 for the Bad Batch.
Oh shit!
Ew!
It's going down now.
Ew! Record just fucking blowing out hips.
I just hope that Omega's not involved in it at all, because that
Yeah,
just
you can't, man.
bad. No,
They're gonna
it's-
fucking get your computer with P Diddy's. You better calm down.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see because they have a category.
Of course.
Oh
they do.
Jesus!
Oh Jesus!
Oh God.
What have you
He's
done?
doing it, folks. He's
But-
doing it, folks.
To be fair, I don't see an Omega in here,
Well, thank God.
but I'm seeing a lot of naked Bad Batch members.
Do they have the facial tattoos?
There is one of Hunter, yes.
Does he have the bandana on also?
He is wearing the bandana while he's getting a blowjob.
Yes, dude. Strong like.
Talk about commitment to the character.
I love it,
Like-
dude. I love it.
Oh,
Going all in.
I can't go down. It can't go down on me yet. I got to get my bandana tightened. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, bro. Let's go.
It's the equivalent of a fucking broad getting her hair in a ponytail. He's putting his bandana on, fucking tighten that shit.
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, yeah, we got the jewel thieves.
I didn't tell you to look up Bad Batch Rule 34. You did that on your own. I told you to look up something else.
All right, that's fair.
You were supposed to look up Bad Batch AI. but-
Right, but then obviously it got right to Rule 34, so
I mean, that's where I thought you were going anyway.
right.
Might as well just do not pass go.
Just do it, man.
Yep. So anyway, they're having this whole signing ceremony, and then all of a sudden, the fucking princess, out of the blue, like, she gives the bat signal or whatever,
Right.
and that's when
She
it's-
declares she's a cunt.
Yeah, that's when we realize, oh, the BBCs have been working for her this
Right.
whole
Yep.
time, and she's like, yeah, fuck Zerka. We're doing shit my way. I'm the rightful queen, so I'm taking over, and I've already got my fucking crew,
Yep.
ready to roll. So
Ready to roll, son.
yeah,
I got a
Got
coalition
Japan.
of the willing.
Japan bringing PlayStation.
but yeah. So she turns out she's like, nah, fuck this. I want to be the queen, and I'm gonna run this fucking place. And
Right. Except, no.
People just ain't having it.
No, they're like, nah, this is not how we wanted this to go down.
Right. And then like one of her best friends like fucking turns on her, so it's like a double cross.
Mm-hmm. Aha!
Yeah.
You no
I'm
one
in
expects
danger.
the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. So yeah, so that all kind of works itself out. Like there's so much that happens between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, like, because it starts off with their relationship being very rocky. Obi-Wan finds out Qui-Gon got invited to the Jedi Council before Qui-Gon got a chance to tell him, so he's fucking pissed off about that.
Right.
He's pissed off about like all the ways that he teaches him as a Padawan. You know, he's like, why does he always teach me basic fucking lightsaber techniques and not, you know, all the different stances and everything? And why does he have me reading up on the prophecies?
He's a real bitch.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, Obi-Wan's a little bitch.
I kind of thought about that. I kind of had those feelings during this book. I was like, bro, do what the fuck your master said. Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah. But then again, that's right in character for Obi-Wan when we roll into Phantom Menace. And, you know, he's like telling Qui-Gon, like, why don't you see what's going on here? Why, you know, the council's right. The boy's dangerous, blah, 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 blah.
Right. Right. Even with all this history going into this, he's still kind of like digging at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still kind of picking that scab.
Yeah. So even after like him and Qui-Gon kind of they work together really well at the end, obviously, and they kind of you know,
everyone's hooray.
Yeah, they refriend each other, but all the while Obi-Wan still is not like, you know, all about the prophecies. You know, he's kind of like, you know, because my master likes him, you know.
Right. I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because the master, because, you know, spoiler alert, at the end of the book, Qui-Gon stays with fucking, like, nah, I'm not taking a seat on the council. I'm gonna fucking keep my independence and actually fucking stay his master.
Right. And the revelation as to like why Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were paired together was apparently the council, you know, knowing Qui-Gon was, you know,
maverick.
Yeah. And then knowing that, you know, teenagers rebel against whatever authority that they have, they paired him because he was so by the book, or they wanted him to be so by the book. They paired him with Qui-Gon so that in rebelling against Qui-Gon, he's actually going with the Jedi Council and everything. Right. So it was, again, the council sort of doing some manipulation there.
Sure.
You know, based on their anticipated immaturity of Obi-Wan at the time.
Yeah, you know, it's not genetic manipulation, like to put a Dune reference on it, but you know, think of they're playing like, okay, we're gonna match these. We're playing matchmaker.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're gonna match these two together because of we want this particular outcome.
And by the way, I thought about Dune multiple times while listening to this book.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because it's because Dune is awesome. I mean, it's right. I mean, it's.
I haven't. Look, I never got into Dune. I don't hate it. Like, I just never got into it. I watched the first movie since they've re-released it. I've never seen the original. It was cool. I respect people's reverence for it. I respect it's the predecessor to Star Wars, and without it, we don't have Star Wars.
He's too
nice. No,
he just doesn't fucking like it. It's fine.
No, it's just not my fucking deal. Those fucking little dragonfly helicopter things are cool as fuck.
The ornithopters, yeah, they are.
Yeah, dude, those are bad as shit.
I should download.
And the little fucking suits when they fight each other, like, that's a cool concept. But
the body
I don't like sand. It's coarse, gets everywhere. Like, fuck that. I'm bored.
Fuck, I was gonna say something, now I completely forgot it.
There's a lot of fucking sand.
God.
A lot, dude.
Oh, the prophecies. Because, you know, when Qui-Gon had that dream earlier in the book about how the thing was gonna go down, it like went down differently than the way he saw it. And that kind of adds in the whole, well, you know, prophecies could be misread or misinterpreted.
Right.
You know, so in addition to, you know, building up Qui-Gon's, you know, belief in this, they're also injecting doubt. Like, okay, you had this vision, but it was only half right. You know, who's to say that the prophecies aren't the same way?
Yeah. And yeah, No, that's totally legit. I was thinking that Yoda, it's kind of the same for him. Like even when he has visions, like always in motion the future is.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you have this sense of what's going to happen. I mean, shit. We talked about it a couple weeks ago or last week when we were having a discussion about hypervigilance, right?
Mhm.
When we're working out every fucking possible outcome of something. You're almost you're not having a vision of what it is, but you're working out every possible outcome, and by doing that you're basically visualizing what could happen.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion. Are you getting it right 100% of the time? No, but I mean, if you're good at it, you're getting it right.
Yeah.
A majority of the time.
Yeah.
Who gurgled? Did you hear a gurgle?
Yeah, I think I did.
I heard a gurgle. What was the gurgle?
Oh, why? I was scratching my head. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I didn't gurgle.
I heard it.
Am I having a stroke?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
We could be having a co-stroke. I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, that sounded.
Yeah. Together we stroke as one.
Oh man,
I love it. I love it.
We'll cut that out.
It was beautiful. I come in you come on floor.
Oh God. Oh, I love Thailand.
How do you do that?
Oh, so we didn't mention how Count Dooku reached out at the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Qui-Gon was trying to get a hold of him the whole fucking
like boop boop boop. Yeah, motherfucker.
yeah.
Right?
Answer your fucking phone.
But
This
after
motherfucker keeps sending me the voicemail.
after all the shit with the princess got, straightened out, Dooku actually reached out to Rael and asked him to, join him in his new existence.
Right.
Yeah. And Rael's kind of like, "Nah, dude. I'm just going to go back to the council or go back to the order and see what's what."
He's like, I tried to do shit out on my own, but I kind of misread that, so I'm gonna go back to the homeland.
I heard it that time. What the fuck was that, bro? Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry about it.
That was your guts?
It
It was something.
Yeah.
You have Mexican
All
food?
that talk about co-stroking,
Last
he's
night.
getting hungry.
I am
My
starving.
penis so smooth.
So yeah, Dooku actually asked him to join him. He said no, which that would have been interesting if he had gone with Dooku. Maybe he'd have turned him into an Inquisitor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what happens to him? Where does he go?
Rael?
I love it. I love the thought process behind that. What if he just gave up the Jedi Order, like that shit broke him and he
Yeah.
took off
Like
Survive-
right before Order 66, he's like, I'm
right
done with this
before? He's
place.
like, "I'm out, guys."
Yep.
I got a feeling something bad's gonna happen. I'm just gonna peace out. I'm gonna take my rug. And I'm gonna
Oh,
take my-
Doyle, I got some feeling something bad's gonna happen to you and your whole family.
And then we get an epilogue where we're in the Phantom Menace at this point, and it's Obi-Wan right before they had that funeral pyre for Qui-Gon.
Right.
After he was killed. And even then, he's talking about how, yes, I'm gonna do what Qui-Gon asks, I'm gonna train this boy, but he still is doubting, that he's this chosen one, or that these prophecies were real or correct. So all the while, like, he's agreeing to train Anakin, he doesn't fucking believe that this kid is anything special. So it's just another cool little thing to tie everything together, like the room,
Like that carpet.
Yeah,
Like that
because
rug.
I mean, I haven't watched Phantom Menace in a couple of months, but now after reading this book, I want to watch it again because of some of the extra context that they add when it comes to this kind of trio, really, the Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot to it makes Obi-Wan's commitment to training like Anakin, I think at the end of it was really kind of a simple like hit where it's like Qui-Gon stuck with me, and he didn't go to the Jedi Council. Like, he stuck with me and as my master.
Yeah.
So if he asked me to do this, now I feel obligated, regardless of the prophecy or anything else. It's like, this guy, he had every fucking, like, he was getting promoted.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it's not, you're getting promoted. That's not a detriment. Like, you should be honored, like, and to move on. But instead, he didn't, and he fucking stuck with him, or whatever the reasons were.
Right. But either way, it shows that relationship gets started off, right on the wrong foot, because, yeah.
Yes.
I know what I said. And, Obi-Wan, like, really doesn't want to do this. At the end of the day, that's kind of what they're driving at, is he doesn't really want to do this, but he's going to do it because he promised Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
So, like, how is a fucking Jedi, going to be trained when that's how you start, where your master really doesn't fucking want you?
Yeah.
So,
and you just barely fucking, like, you didn't really, the trials and everything else, like all this traditional Jedi-ing, like the making of Jedi in wartime was different. It's kind of like going through basic during COVID.
Right.
Like, nobody got the full experience.
Yep.
God, I never thought about that. That had to be interesting.
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, you don't want to think. You don't want to think about what these fucking.
I would have hated to be a part of it. Fuck that. But I'm just saying, I never really. That's something I never thought of in the world during that time, was basic training.
I'd be willing to bet that it was pretty easy for them compared to most other classes.
It was a lot easier, and unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that they missed are things that are like fundamental things that make you into something.
Who you are in the service.
It makes you a member of the military.
Yeah.
Right. And those things are really important, because that base layer needs to be developed, because everything else is built on top of it.
Yeah.
And
just like getting yelled at alone in your fucking face. This close to your fucking face. Like,
it's being held accountable for the smallest detail.
Yeah.
And a lot of these young guys and gals don't understand that concept. It wasn't done at home.
Yeah.
And it wasn't done during basic, because they came through during COVID, and then post COVID, everything was different.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and that's the struggle for, like, me when I'm watching, is like how, like, this attention to detail and this level of understanding, like, this is something that anyone who went through basic training, this is muscle memory, right? This isn't something you have to think about. But yeah, they missed out, and it's not their fault. I mean, honestly, it's not their fault.
Right.
It's just timing. So you have to recognize it, and then you try and improve their training experience, after the fact. But it's hard. It makes it a lot harder.
Yeah. So getting back to Master and Commander.
But it's relevant, right? Because if, Obi-Wan talking to, Obi-Wan with Anakin later, like, if Obi-Wan doesn't get the full, like, what do you do to be prepped to be a fucking master? Right? What does the trials prep you for that? Like, because he
well, then you got to go TDY to the academy, to the Master Academy.
Right. You have to go.
I love it.
You have to go to the NCO Academy, and then you fucking come back, and you have to take a couple of CBTs and test out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there should be something, right?
Right.
Or at least know how to fucking
Jedi CBTs. That's fucking fantastic.
I can just see it.
They have this giant fucking library and a cunt of a fucking librarian.
Right.
Like, they gotta have CBTs. Like, hey, did you sit down and do your fucking CBTs on how to check out libraries from the check?
You got
shit
your
out from
cat
the
card?
library?
You got to use your cat card in the computer, dumbass.
Yeah, where's your cat card? You don't have it? Well, you're gonna need to go back.
Yeah,
Back to your
go get it.
Go find your fucking master, and you're gonna have to get a signed memorandum from him saying what the dumbass you are, and then you got to go fucking get another one.
Mm.
Oh, I can totally see it. The bureaucracy that is the Jedi. I can totally see it.
Yeah. Oh God, that'd be hilarious. So Brady,
Yes.
do you have any thoughts about this book that we haven't talked about yet? Because I know you were really anxious to get on here with us. Was there anything specific you wanted?
No,
to talk?
I guess, given the fact it had been, a long time since I really jumped into a Star Wars book at that time, and probably really even since then, I've done this one, the Ahsoka one. As far as since Disney's taken over, I did the first High Republic book that came out.
Mhm.
Me and Don covered that on the show. I don't know. I just really enjoyed the Qui-Gon Obi relationship. Like I just had a lot of fun with it. I know there was some stuff we didn't talk about, like when they were racing in the woods on them like lizard deals that are from
Oh, yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. Like they're like a sister species of that species or something. Like I enjoyed coming back to that. And on the audiobook, Jason, I know you can attest to hearing those noises
Yeah,
of
they put the
those
same ones
animals.
in.
Yeah. So that was fun. I don't explicitly remember. Well, I know you said you wanted to say something about it, but why Obi-Wan doesn't like flying anymore? Like what
Oh,
happened? Was it as big of a deal to not like flying the way that he constantly is? I hate flying.
Well, because he was a decent pilot.
Yeah.
And I think it had something to do with the escape, like when they were breaking old girl out.
yeah.
It was during that.
And I don't want to look here for the people who haven't seen it. I don't
now we're
get
doing
completely.
spoilers?
No. Just draw your own conclusion when you listen to that part or read that part as to, does it justify why he constantly is like, I hate flying. Oh, fucking flying's for droids. Like
Yeah.
it didn't. The energy that comes from it didn't match what happened, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it couldn't have been just that one incident because they got in kind of a dogfight, like trying to get out of there, and yeah, they almost bit it. But I mean, that's
right.
space
And
travel. What are you
there's a
gonna do?
multiple of opportunities in this story or in this book in which Obi-Wan flies, but then there's just one fucking thing that happens, and you're like, that.
Well, yeah, I think it's an aggregate of, and every time he's flying, it seems like something bad is happening. So it's probably like,
Here's sorry.
you know how you get later on in your flying career, and Brady, you might be able to attest to this for like when you were like flying to and from stuff back in the 130, but it seemed like every time you flew, there was something that got your attention that wasn't good. It was like I was always waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like at the end. It's how you knew you were like, all right, I'm getting ready to be done with flying. Right? Yeah, it's not a fear thing, it's just a like, God, I know this is gonna
Like an
happen.
inevitability.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm looking at the weather going like, these fucking idiots. They're gonna go into this and they're gonna brief, oh, the weather's good. And I'm going to have to say something, and I'm going to get chastised by these fucking pilots because I said something. Like, because I did. I had one of the fucking pilots that always would give me shit. And then that propagated down to other pilots, which I didn't really care. I mean, I was who I was. I had that reputation, and I didn't really give a fuck. It's the beauty of being a fucking evaluator.
Well, and in most of the situations, you were always right.
Facts. Like, anyway, talking about people I want to throw down a flight of fucking stairs. Anyway, but the moral of that is, you get to a point like where every flight is like, fuck it. Every time we fucking fly, there's something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bet you Obi-Wan gets to the same point. It's like, God damn it, every time we fucking are flying, there's something going on. Like, of course, like some droids are going to start tearing apart my fucking airplane while we're fucking flying. Great. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Like, oh, we're going to fly through this fucking cloud, or we're going to through this electricity. do whatever.
Or we're only flying half a ship.
Right. Every fucking time. Like, gee, I don't want to go. I just like, can we just not today? I'm not feeling it today. But yeah, I think that's what it came down to. It's just like,
so maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Like every time we fucking fly, something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
God damn
Another thing I enjoyed in this book is when they were running through the jungle, woods, whatever, just them explaining and talking about using the Force to do the abilities to jump a little bit higher, a little bit further, like just that whole explanation as things are happening on the fly. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
That is a nice little tidbit because it answers a question, right? Because you're like, how come in Phantom Menace, like the Jedi can jump between those two platforms, and in the fight with Darth Maul?
Yeah,
like how can they do these things and then can't seem to do it later?
Or when the destroyer showed up and they
right
quick out, yeah.
It's a learned ability in the Force.
Yeah.
It's not just I can use the Force, so I have.
It wasn't like Luke was out running and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I can run faster. Like he got a superpower. It's like they harness to do what they're doing. And in the audio book or book form, they're kind of talking and how they're reaching through the Force to do that little bit extra. And I enjoyed that.
Yeah, because
hearing that.
Yeah, you can't really convey that in a movie.
Yeah.
Right. Books like the only place where you can really get into those kinds of details.
Yeah, they took their CBT. Like they took here's your Force running CBT, and then they went out in the field and they did it.
No, seriously, question 6 said I just gotta think harder.
That's right.
I could only imagine like a CBT on Force running.
Right. Like and with pictures, and then you got to click through, and there's like narration from some bored fucking person.
Yep,
It's like,
and you got to start on the ball
make
of
sure
your
your robe
not
is
on
behind your waist.
Right? Yeah. Don't want to get it tangled up as you're running really fast.
Here's Jim. Jim didn't take care of his robe before he started running. Let's watch what happens. Yeah, dude.
Don't be like Jedi Jim.
Yeah.
This is like the worst alternate timeline for Star
Right.
Wars.
Like sitting there, clicking through the CBT, and that's all they're doing is clicking through it.
Mhm.
They're like reading a comic book on the screen, and the other half of the screen is like clicking through the CBT.
Yeah.
Then they get out in the field, they're like, okay, let's run, and they're just like, oh fuck, I just clicked through that CBT.
Start on the heel of your foot. No, fuck, it was the ball.
Like, ah! Wilhelm scream, yeah! Because we all do it.
Oh,
I mean, everyone does it. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be learning something. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Click, click. I'll just test out of it in the end. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, sign me off. I fucking did this. So then your Jedi Master goes through. It's like, oh, he did his fucking Force running CBT. I guess we'll use that in the field. And then the next thing you know, it's like, fuck! I didn't do it.
Catch up, Dave. Catch up, Dave.
It
You
said
did your
in your training
CBT,
jacket.
Dave.
It said in your training jacket that you were signed off for Force running.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
This is how you know you've been in the military too long. This is where your fucking brain goes.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
I gotta piss.
All right. Well, why don't you just go, and I think we will continue.
Right.
And
Right.
you can rejoin us.
We'll be ready for you when you get back.
Yeah. Oh, he muted, so we can't hear him pissing.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. But that's a good.
I bet. Well, I mean, if people like the mukbang stuff, then there's got to be people out there who like hearing other people piss.
He's in his house. Like, we shouldn't be able to hear him piss in his house.
I'm not talking about listening to him piss in his house.
Oh,
I'm talking about people who like get off by listening to other people piss. That's got to be a thing. If people are that way with food, then they've got to be that way about pee.
they have to be.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure there's entire websites that are dedicated to just that thing.
Just the sound of pee. And again, we're not
Just the
talking like
sound of it.
looking at it or like having them pee on you or anything. I'm just talking just the sound of somebody.
So you get people that'll sit in bathroom stalls, just sit there and wait for people to come in.
Oh no!
And then they'll just pee and just be like, "Oh,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that when I brought it up.
Now you're gonna think about it.
Oh man! And
Like-
now I'm wondering, anybody who's in these stalls, are they
Right.
waiting? Are they waiting to hear me pee?
Right? Is that guy listening?
And then it's like, if I start thinking that, then I can't pee.
Now they're like, God damn it! Now I can't go. That's why you can't. You have to pee in a urinal because it's not as loud.
Right,
Right?
naturally.
It's exclusively for the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's not the same noise. You're
No.
not getting the tinkle, 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 tinkle.
Right, right.
You're not getting the noise.
Yeah, of that like directly hitting the
My
water.
penis so smooth.
Yeah.
You get the guy in the stall next to you, and he's just listening, like trying to visualize everything. Just some sick fuck just sitting there listening to you. Like, I wonder how big it is.
Do you think they care about that though?
Dude, if they're listening to you pee and getting off on it, they're thinking about all of that.
Okay.
There's no way that they're not.
Now there might be a thing where they only are turned on by the other gender. So like sneaking into a men's room is irrelevant because they want to hear a woman pee, not a man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I mean, it's different sound, right? Because you're.
Yeah, because she's sitting while she's peeing,
Well,
whereas the dude's standing, and it goes.
girls pee like right into the bowl. It's like
Well, I've never watched a girl pee into a bowl.
never
before,
heard it before.
No, I don't think so. Because again, I'm not the one who wants to hear other people pee.
This is true.
I'm just saying there's probably people out there who do.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the walls of my house are really thin,
Oh,
so
you hear everything.
you hear everything. Yeah, if I'm in another room, I'll either Kate when she's home, she runs the sink, or she'll run the shower or something.
Yeah.
So because she doesn't want anybody to hear what's going on.
Understandable.
Love it.
Because the walls are so fucking thin, and she knows this,
Uh-huh.
so she's conditioned to fucking run water and shit.
That's good. Smart.
Yeah, I'll turn on the dryer, if I'm downstairs, I'll
yeah.
turn on the dryer or something. Which I don't know if that's blocking all the noise, but whatever.
Yeah, it probably helps.
Yeah. So the whole DV told me boys put some toilet paper in a bowl to mute the sound. I mean, you can.
That
I
guess
don't.
that would work.
I'm letting you hear it.
Well, but you missed the start of this, Brady. So as soon as you left, I noticed that you took your AirPods out, and I'm like, well, I guess we're not going to be able to hear Brady go pee, and that started this whole conversation about people getting off listening to other people peeing. So you'll have to go back and watch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real weird.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay attention to what's happening in the stall next to you, because somebody might be sitting in there not doing anything except listening to you pee.
Yeah, they're like
And
people
getting off
camped
on
in
it.
stalls. Yeah, so be careful,
Fantastic.
especially at the airport,
Yeah,
because man, those things get a lot of traffic.
yeah. Probably hear a lot of peeing.
Yeah. Because it's like people who've been on the on the plane for 3 hours or 6 hours, and they're like, I gotta piss. Hey,
What are we talking about?
peeing.
Who's that guy?
Urine.
Oh,
Me.
you've met Brady
We met.
before. You
Hello.
saw him.
Oh,
Yes,
I
it's me.
know.
Yes.
Yes.
I.
Are you
I
not
just-
as afraid because I'm
No,
on the
no.
camera
I
now?
just don't want to. I don't want to give LG the juice. So I took some Darvocet, and I'm just calm, cool, collected. Your hair's
juice.
fucked. Your hair's fucked.
yeah, I
Is-
tried. I
Is
tried.
Dragon
to,
Buddy still in the chat? I'm pretty sure I just heard Brady say he's giving Luna Girl the juice.
Yeah, she
no,
knows.
he doesn't want to give her the juice.
Yeah,
Oh,
she can't be on the juice. So I took the juice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That I don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of
That's-
lost myself.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I'm
No,
just gonna
see,
not.
she's complaining. She wants me to freak out, and that's just not going to happen, LG.
I'm gonna nod my head and pretend
Yes.
like I know what's going on. Yes.
See.
Oh, Brady wants chocolate covered kisses.
Yeah,
So-
I
Yes, he
do.
does. You know, Brady likes to listen to people pee.
No,
Does he?
poop.
Oh, you like the plop plop?
The
Is that what you
plop,
like?
plop.
You would like listening to the plop plop?
Yeah.
Oh, plop plop.
I'm regretting all of my life's decisions.
Yes, this is where you are in your life, Jason.
Yeah. Yes, this is where I'm at. This is.
The hand puppet's going to talk about people listening to other people's shit.
If I'd have known she was going to be on the show tonight, I would have worn my shirt.
How? What made you think that I wasn't going to be on the show, Brady? I love you. I cannot not see you.
Well, I just didn't know. Nobody said anything. I would have dressed up for you.
I mean, nothing's stopping you. You're in your house.
I could just.
Did you forget?
Take it off. Oh
The
my
sacred
God.
Jedi.
My penis so smooth.
You need to put the Sidebar Cantina stickers on your nipples.
Send me some. Have Dave or Jason send me some, and I'll give you a private photo shoot.
Yeah, Lunar Girl, get on that. We
Yeah.
need Sidebar Cantina pasties.
For
Is there a
me.
market for that? Can we like?
I don't
buy
know if
that?
they're stick. I'm super hairy, so.
Is that a Chinese website that we can do?
Probably. I'm sure they exist.
Oh no, maybe that's what we should do. Like get the appropriate size, Sidebar Cantina googly eyes that are pasties, and then we have those, and you put those on your titties.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm into that. Let's do
would
it.
be something to look at.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. Somebody get on that. Should I do the reads? What time is it?
We're getting close.
We got all kinds of time. We should bullshit some more.
Well, I mean,
You should get.
should make
You
with
need
the
to use some
bullshit.
Patreon money to get her hair did.
Yeah, her hair is looking pretty.
It's rough.
Look, I
It's
tried.
bad. Wow.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what goes on in this studio. when
You're
not
right.
here.
Fair enough. My apologies. I'm not assuming anything either.
You
To
know
be
what
honest, I don't know what goes on in here.
you kind of know what you look like right now. Do you remember?
No.
You remember after Vanilla Ice, became a nobody again after Ice Ice Baby and his career went down, and then he tried to be Jamaican and he grew out like his white dreadlocks.
Yes.
You look like dreadlock Vanilla Ice.
I really wish I knew what you were talking about.
Oh, it's glorious.
I have
Yeah.
no earthly idea what fucking dreadlock Vanilla Ice looks like.
Well, you keep talking and I'll
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
find
start
this.
doing the reads. I'm gonna fucking push on my face right now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, my fucking hair's a mess. I know it. I'm gonna do the reads. Are we ready? Are you ready?
yes.
Okay. So, ATSW Family Happenings. I'm going to just pretend I'm reading the teleprompter here. Brady, you awake?
Yeah, dude. I'm just reading the chat.
Are you still
LG's
there?
trying to make stuff more than they are. It's difficult. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on you, but LG makes it difficult.
Oh, okay. Well, I know it's hard.
Can
I'm
you guys
trying.
see this?
My penis so smooth.
On Wednesday, Snooch, Big Lovin, there he is, and Dragon Buddy will be discussing the 1989 flick Gleaming the Cube. Catch ATSW the Escape Pod live at 19:05, 7:05 Eastern on YouTube. Why am I doing the read? We got the fucking Escape Pod guy right here on camera. Why am I promoting their shit?
That's a good question. Brady, do you have an answer?
You know what?
It's not my show.
Save it for the end.
It's not my
I
show.
thought this was the end.
No, we'll save it for the end. Like the
Whoa.
end. This is the end.
Okay.
Following our live stream, head on over to Used and Abused Pod on YouTube, where Scott will be doing a surprised unboxing.
Another
A sur-
unboxing?
Yeah,
He's unboxing everything.
yeah.
Be safe. Might end up with one of them boxes.
Wrapped up a damn cat.
Oh.
They will be live again tomorrow morning when Scott and Kim give us this week's racing recap. Check them out at 5 a.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Pacific on YouTube. That's 0500. Oh Dark 30. Or Oh Dark 100, I guess. We have a huge announcement from Sweet Studios. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This coming Friday, Swedes band Explicit Noise will be releasing their new single, Something in the Way, commemorating 30 years since the world lost Nirvana's Kurt Cobain. Lunagirl will be interviewing band members Big Swede, guitarist, background vocalist Justin, what am I looking at? And drummer Dale about the history of Explicit Noise and why they chose this song to cover. Catch the pre-show live at 17:30 p.m. Eastern, followed by the world premiere of Something in the Way at 8 p.m. Eastern at Sweet Studios on YouTube. You know what I should do? I should put a link in the YouTube thing later.
That would be very kind of us.
Yeah, we'll link that.
Yeah.
If I remember to do that, or that this idiot remembers to do that, we'll do that. So yeah, go see Swede's shit because Explicit Noise. That's the music video we were in.
Yes.
Yeah, we were in the
It was beautiful. I seen it. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Was that your first acting?
I mean, I'm not sure what this is. Right here. What we're doing now.
This is performance. More of a performance.
Right. I'm staring. My hand is staring at the camera.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job.
Not.
Oh God.
This is so weird.
Oh my
I
God.
think I missed my calling as a puppeteer, honestly.
That actually probably could have been really good.
This coming Saturday, Dondell Snooch and Lunar Girl will break down Stranger Things Season 4, Chapter 3, verses 1 through... No, I'm sorry. The monster and the superhero. Join them on their first watch journey at Stranger Things Has Happened at 1900, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. No news from Layman's Terms, Frogmore Art, or the Orange and Fett Show this week. Were they in the chat? I didn't think they were in the chat. You can find us at bio.link/thesidebarcantina, where you can find our links to Patreon, YouTube, our audio podcasts on Apple, Audible, and Spotify, and on social media platforms, including X, Instagram. Instagram. You want an impression of an impression? Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, and Discord. Once you get to the bio link, simply click the symbols under our pick to go to your platform of choice. I cannot control the volume of my voice. You can also find all of our past Spotify mixtape playlists. Also in our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop, which I haven't looked at in like a fucking year and a half. Choose from 7 designs on everything from t-shirts and hoodies to tote bags and phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, wall arts, magnets, notebooks, laptops, cases, pills! Just about anything you can imagine. Did that surprise you? Did I get you?
A little bit.
Oh, good. I didn't do the wind up. Just about anything you can imagine. Nothing says Lovin like a naked Jason chick on a pillow.
That's right.
The pillow needs to make an appearance.
I'll bring it in next week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So he says. After it gets a good thorough cleaning. That shit gets crusty. You should probably use like a scouring pad.
Well, I'll let you take a look at it and see if it's
scouring pad, Jason.
Up to your standards.
OxyClean and a scouring pad, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Reviews!
No new reviews.
You people are assholes.
Right, the worst.
Fucking write us a review, you fuckers. Oh, I should read this. It says, please write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible. Or I could just say, write us a fucking review, you fuckheads! But that's probably not the way to win over hearts and minds.
Correct.
So, please write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible. Blah, 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 blah. Don't have an Apple or Audible account? Our Facebook page and review feature too. Just screenshot a review before you head done and DM us a pic on Instagram or Twitter, which you won't do because you suck. Luna Girl, send your shit if you fucking give us a review. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Do you want shit? Do you want stickers and shit to put on your like fucking water bottle?
Oh, I thought you were asking if people actually wanted poop.
Oh, do you want shit? Do you want? Hang on. Nope, I can't. I can't do it. It's because of my hands.
It's
Dave
just somebody's in
fucking-
the next stall listening.
Dave will pop a blood vessel. Oh shit.
God.
Nope.
Oh man.
Can't do it. I'm a little backed up. I need to wait for Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
Taco
Yes.
Tacos.
Taco Tuesday.
Cultural appropriation for the win. Yeah.
I love it. I'm so thankful for it.
This is your chance to tell us your thoughts on the show if you actually fucking cared. And Jason or me or Hank or Edith or Mama or Drunk Brokaw or somebody fun to read your review word for word on the next episode. So fucking do things. Fuckers. Finally, if you catch us on Spotify, help us out and click those stars. And the audios have been posted, although there's 2 like mystery episodes that I may or may not need to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that are like they're in the ether right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
We'll have to go back and double check.
solve for 0.
Okay.
If you're listening to us on audio, please consider joining the live chat on Mondays. The chat is most definitely where it's at. I don't know how many people were in there tonight, but I'm sure the sexy Brady brought a bunch of people with him.
I probably did. You're right. That's a good assumption.
If you are new to Sidebar, please subscribe, ding that bell, select all to receive notifications when we go live. Remember to smash that like button. It really helps us out. And yeah, that's it. That's all the reads.
Oh, all right.
Brady,
Yeah,
I miss you.
I miss you.
Oh yeah.
You get my number from Dave.
All right.
Okay.
Do you like sexy pictures?
I want to introduce you to my friend Diddy.
Oh no, that's okay.
No, he's a good guy. You'll like him.
No, I don't like ass play.
Yeah, you do.
Besides, I don't have a boy's penis.
I know, but you've got an armpit.
Yeah. You know what's weird? You know what? Never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna say bye, Brady, bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on.
I was about to say something really inappropriate.
Yeah.
Really inappropriate. Like really inappropriate. You know, I'm not-
Wow, it had to have been bad if
That
Dave
was,
wasn't gonna
like,
say it.
It hit my internal filter. I went, whoa. Nope. Like, all right.
Woo!
Thank God there's no alcohol involved, because holy shit, that would have been bad.
So Brady,
What's up, dude?
we didn't really give you a chance to pimp your stuff.
Yeah, talk about your show, man.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. No. No,
Fair.
what is there to pimp? Fucking Wednesday, 7:05 Eastern PM. We're talking Gleam in the Cube this week. Eventually.
Wait, talking about what?
Gleam in the Cube.
The fuck is that?
It's what Hennifer was just talking about if you listened earlier, too. You're as bad as Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Gleam in the Cube with Christian Slater, skateboard movie from the 80s.
The skateboard movie.
Oh.
And you're from
Right.
California and you don't know. Fuck off, you fake Californian.
How did you you just weren't into like the skateboarding?
No, definitely not until
Culture.
Tony Hawk came out.
So you
Tony
didn't-
Hawk was alive back then, though. He was like,
No, the Tony Hawk video game.
oh, God,
So you-
make my brain hurt too.
So that's weird because it was definitely a West Coast thing before it got to the East Coast.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like how
And it was
like,
Christian
skateboarding.
Slater, dude. Like,
Yeah, because like
Which he was awesome.
exactly.
I know when I was skating, like Trans World skateboarding and all the like to order products and anything you got.
California Cheapskates out, the little fucking catalog.
Yeah, you
The
had to
CCS
order everything
catalog?
from the West Coast.
Huh.
So if you wanted to upgrade, like if you didn't want some piece of shit that you got from fucking Toys R Us, you got a real skateboard. You had to order it from the West Coast. So like skateboarding was out in the West Coast, and we just kind of adopted it on the East Coast.
Obviously, I'm not a golfer.
That's fair. That's fair. But if you want to learn about it, Gleaming the Cube was one of those skate movies.
It's a great movie, dude.
They had
it's
good music.
fantastic.
It had good music.
It's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Is it streaming anywhere?
Hulu.
Okay. Maybe I'll give it a look-see.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you go.
But this isn't about me. This is about the Escape Pod.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude. Wednesday at 7:05. Every fucking Wednesday. We've never changed from a Sunday to a Monday or from a 5 to a 5:30 or anything like. We've never changed the title of our episode. We've always been ATSW the Escape Pod. So fucking come on Wednesday at 7:05 and join us.
Hey,
I resemble these remarks.
I have all your fucking t-shirts. You know how much money you costing me?
Hey, we're wearing your jerseys, and I'm wearing your Michigan shirt.
Fuck yeah, I love it. Dave's got the OG one. I wore that fucker to. I wore it to Disney World when I went in 2018.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck you went after that.
Oh shit.
I wore it. I wore it specifically to Hollywood Studios to all the Star Wars shit. We went on my birthday. I wore that fucking shirt, and I haven't sent it since.
Sons of bitches.
Somebody stole it.
Motherfucker, Mickey, goddamn Mouse.
Yep.
Somebody in the park stole it because they wanted it so bad.
Mickey's using it. Mickey's using it as a cum rag for Minnie.
Hi! I'm gonna use this rag! Fuck these podcast guys!
All right. Well, Brady.
We do we want to go down this road?
No.
Stop. We're good.
You sure?
We can stop. It's fun.
We could do Mickey for a little while.
Well, we could. We definitely could.
Oh my god. Well, Brady, thank you for joining us.
Oh boy!
It was enlightening.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's good hanging with you.
Good hanging with you guys. Thanks for having me, fellas. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys.
For our one guest a year, so we've met
That
our
is
quota.
true.
So thanks, Brady.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
so-
We'll knock it out early, guys. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, just don't be in the same dark alley with Luna Girl anytime soon. She'll probably
I ain't trying to be in any alleys in PA. Period. If Don's
What are you talking about?
around,
That's where you. That's where.
no, that's where
shitting
Don
happens.
shits. That's where Don shits, and I don't want to be caught dead there.
Yeah, this is true. And honestly, it's Philly, and you don't want to be caught dead in the fucking alley because you'll be caught dead.
Yep. Next to the shit.
All right, and next week we are off. It is
Yes.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it's the eclipse. Dave's going out of town. I am not doing anything, but
You'll get honestly like East Coast looks like it's going to be. You won't have totality necessarily like here.
yeah,
But you're gonna have good skies
yeah.
as from what it looks like.
We only have to go a few miles away to go to totality over here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the problem is that the forecast is starting to like for our original plan is clouds are starting to intersperse itself.
Yeah.
So thankfully we're mobile. We're planning on truck camping, wherever we need to go to get set up. There's going to be some astrophotography. It's going to be just going to be a fucking adventure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I haven't roughed it like that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Does a Dave shit in the woods?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Hell yeah.
As long as I have TP, I'll fucking shit wherever I need to.
All right.
Alleys. Maybe not alleys.
Yeah.
If
So
Don
anyway.
can do it, you can do it.
Well, this is fair.
So no show next week. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with more Bad Batch.
Yeah.
We're progressing through the season. And again, Brady, thanks for coming on, man. It's
Yeah,
always
man.
a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, fellas. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, until next time, Dave, Brady, and everyone else, may the force be with you.
May the
May the force be with you.
Okay, now what do I click?
All right. Recording is stopped.
Nice.
That was a good one.
Good stuff.
Yeah. We didn't talk a whole lot about the actual book itself, but had
cares?
some great conversation.
When do we ever?
Yeah.
I think we hit.
I think we covered the book pretty well, man. You still, in my opinion, you still gave people an opportunity to read or listen to it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we spoiled what happened, but there's still a lot of meat left in that book.
Oh God, yes, yeah. There's so many details we would never have time to get into.
Yeah,
But
and I was telling Don that book is one of those ones where like I would love to have it like an animated version of it.
that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's a story that I think they could easily tell.
Yeah. And yeah, between like the Tales of the Jedi, the Dooku Lost book, this one, it's really painting a good picture of like where things were.
Yep,
Yeah. Before
Yep.
that little shit Anakin showed up.
that little motherfucker.
You know what? What's really interesting, and you know, not to put too much extra content out there that's not going to make it on the audio, but those of you on YouTube that are still watching, you're welcome. It's these books. This is the select few that are going to know this content exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you were talking about, you went to a con that people weren't really going to talk to her or have the book signed or anything else. Like how many, it's kind of the same way with Legends material was, right? It's like it has the reading audience is a very particular audience.
Yeah.
So we're getting information that not necessarily everybody's going to have, and it's just making our Star Wars world, our world better for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they're getting into a level of detail that you're not going to get. And yeah, I'd love to see it as an animated series, something like that. But if they don't, we still know the backstory because it's canon.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I'd like to see it because there was a lot of movement. There was a lot of things. You were in a few different planets. Even the planet they were on with the moon, like it seemed like that was a quick travel, so it felt like that moon was right the fuck there. I'd like to see what visually. I'd like to see some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it proves they can do it. I mean, you can do it. They have the ability to give us this story.
Yeah.
And now I'm really did we ever remember the title of the fucking book that's getting ready to come out?
Fuck.
The Lightning of the Force.
For Lighter Life.
The lighter of the
lighter of the lightsaber. You get this shit hot and then poke somebody with it with the prongs on the end. Good Lord.
The Living Force.
Ah, we were so close.
Yes. Yeah, it's an upcoming adult novel that will be set in the year before the Phantom Menace. So 1 year prior.
Shit. That's wild.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. And hold on, who's writing this one? John Jackson Miller. Never heard of him.
John Jackson?
Yeah.
Johnson.
Let's see. He did a whole bunch of Night of the Old Republic stuff.
Okay.
The Old Republic books and comics. So, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, that'll be when does it come out?
I think this week.
This week?
Yeah, hang on.
Did I pre-order that?
April 9th.
That's going to be one of those things. That's one of those things that shows up on Amazon and be like, oh, Christmas.
Yeah. I pre-ordered this?
Yeah. And then Kathy goes like, the fuck you did. There's no way. I'm like, look, we were doing the show and we're like, oh, we're going to do this as a topic. And I'm like, this is for the show. Babe, I don't know. Got the file.
You good?
Yep.
All right, Brady. Well, we're going to sign off now.
Yeah, later, fellas.
Thanks again.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
And good night, everybody else.
Be safe.